Hello and welcome to the Futro Hid Movie Gems podcast. I'm your host, Ty Spiker Christensen. No, 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 don't do that. We've got Jordan Christensen
We
on
were
the.
having a great day.
Dang it, you stole my quote. I was actually gonna save that one though for Cameron because Cameron's more of a get out freak than us. I don't have a quote now. You stole it.
I
Hi,
stole it.
Chiefs.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bear. What about you, Cameron Mickle, on the podcast?
Feel like you don't love me.
And we've got Grant Mickle, the woke one,
Yes, always remember.
the woke kid in the red t-shirt.
Yeah. Uh, go back to sleep. That was such a
No.
creepy scene.
Or,
Go back to
or
sleep.
or arguably the most terrifying line in the entire movie. Please just kill me.
Oh, I
Please.
know.
I'm like,
What's so bad
oh
about being
damn.
with me?
Yeah, literally that response to that, I'm like,
So
right, you're a criminal.
sad.
You're literally a criminal.
Oh man.
So bad about being with me.
I was never with you.
Yeah.
So good. Guys, we're reviewing
I,
So Ty, you
Obsession.
gonna start?
I know Ty's
Ty's
just
like,
sitting there.
Obs-
He's like,
so,
he
so,
is
Just
so
like the
taking
someone
it
zombie.
broke someone
in.
broke the wish on Ty.
He's already
Exactly.
he's still dazed from the movie.
I'm just thinking about all these crazy things about it. But guys, today we're reviewing Obsession. It came out in 2025, which is kind of crazy. What is it, 2026 now? I think it came out this year. Why is this
Yeah,
looking? Oh, maybe it
I
got
feel
re-released or
like all of
something.
the rage about it's been like I feel like it came out like 2 weeks ago.
You know, I think I
This
realized
movie
it.
did.
I
Came
think
out
it
like a
did
month
get.
ago.
Sometimes I've realized something. Sometimes a movie will get released, but then like it wins like film festival, and then it gets a wider release. So maybe it was like created in
Uh,
2025, and then like they re-released it to
hmm.
theaters, and then children that use internet social medias, they've posted this and made this movie like insane. So today we're talking about Obsession. It came out in 2025, directed by Curry Barker. It was written by Curry Barker. It stars Michael
And
Johnston,
he's
Andy
not
Navarrete.
he's not related to Clive Barker. I'd look that up because I was like,
Clive
is he
Barker.
related to the guy that did Hellraiser? He's not. Because I
And
just thought sometimes, like
stars.
with like what's the dude that does all the creature Cronenberg. Remember
Mhm.
he has like a son that also does horror movies. So I thought, oh, maybe Clive Barker has a son, but
Or
But
or
Barker
Curry
also
Barker.
acts in this movie. He's the voice of the helpline,
who?
Curry?
the
You guys
director.
keep saying
Oh,
Clive,
the
so
director.
Curry Barker, yeah.
No,
His
I
name's
said Curry Barker.
I know
Oh,
I
I
heard Clive, but
I heard Clive
I'm
too,
going
because
crazy.
Jordan said Clive, so it's Jordan's fault. Uh,
I said Curry.
Cameron, you haven't shown me one shred of evidence, all right? So
But then I realized, oh yeah, never mind.
no,
But then I
so
realized that Clive Barker's gay, so I'm like, he can't have a kid. But then obviously he could adopt. But
there's
anyways,
no Clive. Who's Clive? You keep saying Clive. Are you pranking me right now? Who's Clive is somebody else or is not a real person.
yeah, yeah. But he's a horror director. He made Hellraiser, so I'm just saying that's
Oh,
why I
so
thought
Clive is the name of the person.
yes, and that's why I
That's
said
why I said he
That's
looked
actually
up if
great.
they were related, and they're not. I don't know where there's a disconnect time.
Now I'm
I was
understanding.
like, who is Clive Barker?
There is no Clive. I'm sorry. Hellraiser, if you can consider those movies, yeah, that I guess that's I'm
uh
kidding.
they're classics.
They're
But thank you very
classic.
much.
Yeah, cult classics for psycho cultist. This movie, Curry Barker, he's an interesting character, isn't he? It's so funny. After I saw Obsession, now I'm getting like a bunch of his shorts and videos across
I
my
love
feed.
his shorts. They're so
He's
funny.
he has some really, really funny videos, which is really funny that I kept expecting like a bunch of horror short movies and stuff. Some of them dabble in it, but like most of them are just straight up comedy. And it's just funny that I'm like, yeah, this is like both he's at Krager. I don't know if was the
I
Backrooms
thought
guy.
Seth Kruger too.
He wasn't comedy necessarily. I think
No,
he did the Backrooms horror
he
movie
started
stuff.
yeah and
He's a
YouTube,
YouTuber. YouTubers
but
making movies.
but Well, what I mean is like, yeah, he was just making the backroom videos on YouTube,
Right. Yeah.
which I
Uh,
agree with Grant. I know we're gonna get to it in a minute, but I
yeah.
agree with you, Grant. Reading your review, I'm like, oh, I wanted to
The
see.
first hour is great.
Yeah, see, I
Totally
agree.
rewatchable. The second half is like deep and interesting, but like, eh. But it also sets up the sequel, so I get it.
No, yeah. Well, sorry, we're jumping right into it. Ty wanted to talk.
Well, we're not doing backrooms,
Oh
but
yeah,
yeah.
you guys are jumping into
Oh,
backrooms.
yeah.
We're doing Obsession.
I forgot we're doing a double feature, so I'm getting them mixed
That's
up.
funny. Yeah, I
No
So,
worries.
basically
do
did.
you want to get into the explanation? And
I know he's just sitting there.
I was just
Are
just
you
You
letting
gonna
leading this
I
help?
podcast?
I always I'm sometimes overbearing, so I just want to make sure everyone got the chance to speak. And yeah, my brain is also just kind of catching up.
okay, so the
What
plot
did
of
you
this
eat
is
for dinner?
Yeah,
this
dude,
plot,
yeah,
even though Jordan thinks this is
Mushrooms?
pointless, Baron, known as Bear, breaks a novelty charm to force his coworker Nikki Freeman to love him, but the supernatural compulsion warps her mind into violent obsession, trapping him in a nightmare he cannot wish away.
Isn't that
It's
clever that
pretty
her
good.
last name was
It's
Freeman
basically a
and she's
movie where
clearly
if
not a
you
free
asked a wish
person?
from a genie, the genie would like twist it to be like, well, technically this is your wish, but it's like
Yeah,
really
if
weird.
No, that's why
for those of
genies
you
say
that
you
really
can't
like
make
this
people
movie,
fall in love with you because Genie from Aladdin, he's like, bro, have you seen Obsession? I know
yeah.
that
No,
movie
see,
came out in
another
1995, but I'm just
masterpiece.
saying it'd be really
If you
funny now.
haven't seen this, or if you saw this movie and you liked it,
Um,
you need to check out Wish Upon. It's practically the same level of quality,
It's yeah,
acting, performances
masterpiece.
all around.
I hope Wish Upon gets another re-release and
Yeah,
just a wide audience. I feel like kids would really gravitate toward it.
I haven't seen
yeah.
it.
Do we want?
You're making it sound like it's horrible.
It's so
It's
bad
like
that
it's
it's
the
good.
same
It's
concept,
so
but
bad
it's
that it's good.
so bad. The acting in it is
Really?
generally
Yeah,
horrendous.
it is. It is unreal, Grant. And you will
Mm.
literally you'll watch
It's that girl actress Grant who's just terrible in everything she's in, but somehow just keeps getting work. Let me see if I can find a picture.
She was
Like
in the
freaking The
Sweet.
Walking Dead, uh,
Yeah, Grant, you need to see. I
the one
thought
chick.
Grant's seen Wish Upon. You haven't seen it?
I don't think he was on that
Doesn't
episode.
sound familiar.
Oh, dang it, Grant. It's
Wish
like
Upon
right up
is
your
Yeah,
alley. It is
it's
strange.
so.
it's this girl.
That's a great picture of
Oh
her.
yeah, I've seen her before. She's
She's in the
she's
Ghost
the
movie.
mom in Searching, the detective.
I don't think she's in
No?
it.
I
No.
don't
You know
think
what? You know what's her
so.
best
She's in
performance though is
Conjuring.
She was in The
her best
Conjuring. She's the
performance is
daughter.
she's the small child in Dark Knight Rises who makes the leap.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's
Isn't that
like a
Oh,
little
crazy?
kid.
I
the
Yeah.
forgot
bald
about
girl.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she
Yeah,
looks so much like a boy that made you think that that was
yeah,
Bane, but it's actually Maul.
Oh, this chick.
yeah.
Dude, she looks so different now.
Dude, what's so sad is this actress plays there's the movie where it's one of those dystopian movies where there's like ugly people in society and they get the beautiful transformation and she's like one of the uglies. I don't know why that's so mean, but it's just like girls leading into it hard, man. It's like that's so mean, but then she goes to pretty, but it's still the same actress. They just like put on more makeup and I don't know, maybe some Instagram filters. But anyway, that made me sad where it's like it would be so sad. Like, we want to cast you as the ugly version. Kind of like, watching The Substance and you're like, yeah, you're the old decrepit version, but but we're gonna cast a much younger, prettier, attractive version of you. It's like, ouch.
Yeah.
Why can't I be the young, attractive, beautiful? Anyway, yeah, Cameron, thank you for the plot synopsis. Um,
Should we get into first what it
let's
was like
get into
watching
it.
this?
Yeah, yeah. Where did everyone see this? I went to the theaters because I heard it was so dang good, and I went and did a double feature.
Yeah, some of us were, supporting small film directors, and others of us, were supporting our own
We're
bank
mooching
accounts.
off of our brothers.
Yeah.
Which is funny. All of us ended up spending more money than Jordan did paying for this movie and owning it forever.
Wait, what do who paid more? Are you talking about you?
We
All
all
of
paid.
us
Yeah,
paid
we
No,
all
I
more
didn't
going
go
we
to
to
all
the
see
paid
it.
more.
theater.
I don't understand
Jordan, he's
all of
saying that
us.
you saved
He's
money
saying
by buying
the
it and
ticket
you
to
have
watch
it
it once at the
forever.
theater cost more than you buying it.
No. Let's
Gosh,
explain the joke one more time because it
I
is
don't. I
funnier
really
every
yeah,
don't
the
time.
get
overall
it.
IQ of this podcast is making my brain
No, because
melt.
I spent $25. Was your ticket $25?
I don't know. I went to see the Odyssey on IMAX. It was 22
See,
bucks and 50 cents.
that's what
So,
I'm saying. I spent more than you guys, so that's why I'm
Yeah, but
confused.
Normally you buy from the $5 bin,
okay,
so that's
if
what we
you
were
yeah,
Yes,
assuming.
normally it
Jordan, you're
would.
technically right, Jordan, but
Jordan's like, actually, let me tell you
well,
exactly how much it
actually,
was. It's like,
what was the
can we just
sales
let it
tax on that?
slide for once? Holy.
Well,
No.
your
I'm
joke doesn't
like,
make sense because it's not
He's
accurate.
trying to essentially give you a pat on the back, like, oh, you were smart. We paid just as much as you, and you get to keep it forever. And we watched it one time.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Anyways, so I watched it in the theater, and what my experience was like is I was pretty excited to go see it because I watched it the week after Backrooms. I was going to do double feature, but then Allie was like, let's maybe split it up. And so watched Backrooms, and then the following week I watched Obsession. And
Did you do $5
I was,
Tuesday?
yeah. And
Smart.
so
oh, so
I
Cameron
was pretty
definitely did
impressed.
not spend more than you, Jordan. You're right.
Yeah.
If he
Wait,
went
but
on
because how much
Tuesday,
exactly
No,
did
but
you spend,
how
George?
much
you
was it?
usually I do wait till the $5 bin, so you're right. I mean, we would have spent the same amount.
And no, we would have spent. I would have spent more because I have to pay for me and Allie. Anyways,
That's right.
True.
Jordan's like, wait, 5 times 2 is
Wait.
that more than five? Oh.
5 times 2.
Okay. Anyway, so I went and saw it in the
And you got
theaters.
He's
popcorn
paying me to
too,
yell at
right?
this guy.
No, I did. I could tell you. Money.
Money.
Um.
But you got the
Anyways.
theater experience. I
Oh
didn't
my
get that.
gosh. Yes. Okay. I did get the theater experience.
Oh,
Hence
Oh,
I
was
just
watching it
wait to
is
in.
tell
this
you
the
about my theater experience. No, keep going.
Oh my gosh. And so, going to see it, I had heard a lot of things, but and I had even asked my coworkers, I'm like, there's no like possession vibes in it, right? And they're like, no. I'm like,
No,
okay,
just
great.
obsession
So,
vibes, right?
wow.
so then watching it, like my first experience, like I was just like on the edge of my seat. Like I was so impressed, especially that this is a directorial debut. I'm like, how? And then just overall, just enjoyed it so much. But what really affected my experience was because I watched it with my buddy, because me and him kept looking at each other. I was like, oh my gosh. And then also Allie. And then every time I looked at Allie, she was just like this. And I kept being like, are you liking it? And she's just like, uh, and I was like, you can leave if you need. And she's like, it's okay. And afterwards, she was like, it was the first time she had ever felt like afraid, like possession vibes in a movie and felt like that uncomfortable feeling. And I was like, and that's, I joked afterwards as I was
Wow.
like, maybe it's just because um, I'm like, it reminds me of a past relationship of mine that I didn't think possession at all. I'm like, oh no, yeah. I'm like, a girl doesn't need to be possessed at all to act this crazy. And plus, to me, maybe it's just because I'm such a big Get Out fan that it felt much more Get Out sunken place than it did possession. But
Yeah.
she felt that it was super possession the moment that she said, kill me. Which I get because it's like she's like it's not even her, but to me I'm like it just reminds me of Get Out when it's the no 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 no
Yeah.
no 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 and her crying, and so like that is because that's why to me the whole time I was like, oh, it's just a sunken place, and now like the wish form is like in the driver's seat, and so I never really felt like it was possession. So I honestly would probably give it even a higher rating on a rewatch, and would actually be down to rewatch it just because like there's so many good elements about this. But that was honestly the only thing like kind of tainting my experience was like Allie just genuinely hated it and was like that was one of the worst movies I watched just because of how like it made me feel. She was like it was
That's
like
crazy.
over time she's felt a little bit better, especially because she's
No,
like I've showed her
I'll
videos
give
like
it
of
to
the
you.
director explaining that it's like it's not possession, but it
It
definitely
is.
can have that feel.
No, for sure. I'm with you, Cameron. This movie was very off-putting. I think that's why so many people are
Well,
watching
that's
it.
why I'm shocked Cameron was okay with it. Because it to me it totally seems like possession vibes. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let me get into my theater going experience because I just remember sitting there and there was somebody talking so loud behind me, and I look around and I'm like, I'm probably one of the oldest men in this theater, and that's what made me feel really old. There's like all these young kids, Gen Zs and even younger millennials than me, all in the theater ready to watch this movie. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I just hope we get a respectful audience because everyone's so loud, even through the trailers, which also irked me. But I'm like, it's technically not the movie. Let's hope
And
everyone
then
quiet down. And then it
and then the
quieted
seat in
down.
front of you, you saw the guy from Red Letter Media get up and walk out, right?
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's funny
You
because
were in
when
the
he was
same
saying
theater.
that, I was like, yeah, we're watching movies with like, mu younger people that either don't know the film etiquette or they're trying to impress their friends and stuff. So thankfully it wasn't too bad, but there was like
That happened
some
when I was watching The Conjuring 2. Kids behind me were talking the whole time, and I turned around and said, "Shut up," and I walked away, and I sat in the front of the theater. So annoying.
That's hilarious.
It
That's
reminds
funny.
me of, I just always think of Scary Movie too, when he's like, everyone's like, shh, he's just like,
This is for ruining Schindler's List.
everyone starts like stabbing her. She gets up. That's so funny. Anyway, I think about that
Actually,
all the time.
I don't think I even said anything. I just got up and walked to the front.
I was
But
gonna say that doesn't
you
really
did
sound
shoot
like
him a
you, Jordan.
glare though, right? You like glared at him
You
like
probably just looked around, like stared at him, and be like, "You made me do this."
you just
Look
turn
what you
around, you
mean.
have a single tear in
Yeah.
your eye. You're just like, I should have just paid for it on Apple and not paid for the movie. I would have saved some money. Anyway,
But then,
yeah,
but Ty, was it still an enjoyable experience though?
it still was. I managed to eke out a very good experience because the movie was very unsettling. So I'm with you and Allie, Cameron. Like this movie, there were twice where I was like, I'm actually very scared about like what's gonna happen. And not since like The Witch did I get that feeling. And that's why I'm actually surprised you were good with it because I was like, I feel like
Exactly. See?
there's like two things that happen. One, my movie theater going experience, there were moments where everyone did behave because of the moments that got really intense. So like I think some of them were like at night where he's like sneaking around and he like tries to sneak out of the bed and she screams at him. And then you're like, oh, that was kind of funny in a way, but also like in a dark way. But then later when he does sneak out and then like I'm like, dude, she's gonna know that he is missing. I was just waiting for it. And then she calls out to him as he's left the bed and she's like, Bear, where are you going? And there's like
I'm
and
just
then she's
getting some
like
water.
talking to him, and then you realize it's her in there, and she's like trapped somewhere, and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, so yeah, those were very
It's just
unsettling. And
coming.
then I just remember literally there was a scene where he's
What's
there
so
at
wrong with
work
being with
and
me?
she puts her head on his shoulder, and I'm like, she's dead. Like that moment she put her head on his shoulder, I'm like, she's gonna come into work and find them together or find out that they were, but then sure enough, they're sitting in a car and whammo. So anyway, but yeah, the theater going experience
Truly
was on
whammo.
point.
I know you said it like it's like a Looney Tunes thing. Oh, whammo.
Oh, whammo. Well, it kind of is. It's literally an Acme,
I mean, yeah, brick to the face
Yeah.
kind of like what's the other movie
or
with Armie
face to
Hammer?
the brick, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was such a surreal experience because I went to Obsession, which was a full theater, and then I went and watched Empty Rooms as a double feature, and not a single person
Back
was in
rooms,
there. Oh,
Backrooms,
oh, what did I say?
empty
Empty rooms.
rooms.
What did I say?
Empty rooms.
empty rooms. I
Empty
went to empty
rooms.
rooms and then it
Sorry,
was
I
empty.
went to an empty room, which was the movie Backrooms, which was so weird because the movie all about liminal spaces kind of freaked me out because like in the theater, it's like made for all these people and there was no one in there and it genuinely kind of unsettled me almost as much as Obsession did. So that was a heck of a double feature. So anyway, that was my theater going experience. And yeah, kids stop going to theaters. Adults come back. Let's make this a refined, distinguished event. When I went to Oppenheimer, Odyssey, all older people loved it, you know. But Obsession, just a bunch of kids and oh, they're making like jokes and stuff like during it. I'm like, please. Like, anyway.
Yeah,
Jordan, how
you
about you, man?
really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I don't mind reactions, but yeah, when they're like commenting, you're just like,
Yes. Reactions is
because it's
fine
fun
when
when
it's
it's like, oh,
warranted. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But then when it's people
No,
like, oh my gosh, is he gonna get her?
when she screamed
Shut.
like stay, and then some people chuckled, and then one guy was like, "Okay, yes, ma'am." Like, and it was just like, like, thanks for your commentary, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop, like, stop talking, stop making your joke. Like, I'm here to watch this movie, not here. I'm not watching a what do you call that? What was the Mystery Science Theater? Like, you have three comedians that just comment on bad movies. I'm like, this is a good movie. You don't need to be commenting and making jokes every five
Yeah.
seconds. Unless you're like genuinely scared, and I understand you're trying to alleviate some tension, but like go take a break and walk out the theater then, because I don't need to hear it. Not when I'm sitting right
Yeah.
next to you. Anyway,
y- y-
so
You're
that
making
annoyed
me
the
happy.
heck out.
you're making me happy I didn't see it in the theater.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Obsession is a little unique in the
That's how
fact
you
that
make it
it
sound
brought
so
a young.
appealing.
Yeah. Making me not regret going to the theater. Did you wait, is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it,
Yes.
Jordan.
Um, yeah, so normally I
Longtime
go
guest of the show, Jordan.
normally I would go to
No,
the
no
see
part-time ownership, but yes.
Yeah.
no,
But
norm
consistent every episode guest.
But every
no, normally I would be like the type of person to go to a movie like this because like Cameron said, like, yes, it is good to support indie directors, but really it's if it's like good and like I had a feeling like I was gonna like it, but I don't know. At the same time, like I've just been so like burnt out of movies, maybe because watching too many bad movies. So I'm like,
Yeah,
nothing's good
stop
anymore.
watching those. Every time I just see like 6 reviews from Jordan, not a single one above 2 stars. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So,
Yum
um,
yum trash over here.
so it just makes me like it, skeptical about movies at all. Anyways, but and then I used to also spend all my money on Fortnite costumes, but now that I'm done with that, maybe I'll go back to theaters again.
Let's go.
Thank
This is kind of
heavens.
sad, but
Uh,
We don't need an intervention anymore.
yeah,
when you say you're
but
done, is it because you lost all your money, or is it because you they're not doing
no, I just
costumes?
at a certain point, it just started to feel like there's too much. It was just like an overload, like a
That was
fountain
after
in my
a
face.
thousand skins. It wasn't after
Uh,
100.
I think it was like 300, but pretty close, Grant. Um, so
You
After 50,
single-handedly
it
are
should be
like
like, okay, I
Yeah, I just
can't
you
remember
even
Jordan tell.
pick
single-handedly.
I just
all of
remember
them
him.
if I
I just remember
played
him
every
telling
single
me he's
day.
like, "Oh yeah, I just archived like all of them except three." And I was like, "Why did you buy them?"
yeah, because it just started to feel too junky. So I'm glad you can like organize it. Anyways, back to this movie. I am so glad I got it because man, I'm really happy to add this one to the collection. And I think Ty already mentioned not Robert Eggers, but he is up there with the new directors. But just like these new horror directors, who did the one that's doing the new Resident Evil? I can't think of his name.
Zach Krieger.
Oh,
Zach Greger.
weapons, yeah.
Yeah, Weapons and Barbarian. I'm just like, I'm really excited about like these new directors coming up. And oh, and then the other one, the Hokum guy. Oh my gosh, there's just like these,
Damien, yeah, he's awesome.
yeah, there's these new directors that I'm just like, and in horror, dude, horror right now, horror is so good. I'm so sorry, Cameron, but you're
Dude,
missing out on so much good stuff.
no, and it's
Well, they're
amazing
so
too
much better
because
than just like
uh,
on like surface level jump scare kind of horror movies. Like
Mm,
yeah,
they're so
thoughtful,
good.
interesting, well
Yeah.
done,
Yeah, don't worry, Jordan. I have my
well acted.
animated Batman movies to keep me okay.
that's true.
Still keeping me well fed.
I know. Like every time I check Letterboxd, Cameron's got a new superhero movie. I'm
Another
like, oh my
Batman movie.
gosh.
That's so funny. No, but yeah, it's like I'm so relieved to see that the Star Wars Grogu baby Yoda thing failed, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
yes,
The movie
Disney.
did it.
Yeah, it failed. It was a box
yeah, it was
office
a
Oh
box
bomb.
no.
Like no
box
one
office
wanted to see it.
flop. Yeah,
Everyone's watching
Mm.
Obsession in Backrooms, like from YouTubers, and I'm like,
yeah.
that's how unpopular Star Wars was. They acquired that for $4 billion, and no one is going to see your movie now. In this short span of like, what's it been, 8 years, 10 years, maybe? You
Driven
took
it
a
into the
$4 billion
ground many, many, many
franchise.
years.
You took a $4 billion franchise and completely ran it into the ground. Like that is so
I could
crazy
tell you.
for money. Anyway, that's just so crazy to me.
Okay, do you
But
know
they're
referencing
gonna have to do case studies on Star Wars,
No, but
dude.
I've heard it a billion times.
the Rick and Morty episode, season 3, episode 1, when
Mm.
the like
Who's
destroy
paying
the
me to yell at this
mosquito
guy?
government.
He turns the
Yeah, he's like,
economic value
I
of their
could tell you
dollars from one to
for
zero,
money. Yeah.
and their whole system will
Yeah, we have
collapse.
phrases like that, like the South Park, or is it South Park? The grapes. Like,
I remember,
Oh,
yeah,
I
remember? Do you
remember.
I
remember?
remember.
Remember.
Yeah.
remember Graves. I remember. Um, Grant, how about you, man? What was it like going to the theater to see Obsession?
I didn't go to the theater
Nice.
because I can't. So,
Grant acts like he's got
so I
like
I'm not
just,
allowed
I
to
hundreds
go
of
to
just
the
support.
waited
theater,
for Jordan.
guys.
Ty has like
Well, it's just like
four more
I'm not
kids
gonna
than
leave my
Grant.
wife with the kids for
I do it all the time,
2 hours
Grant.
just to watch a movie. I
Who
know,
listens to their
because I'm a
wife?
better husband. So,
Is that Mr.
just waiting
Weinstein
for
from
Jordan to get
Parks?
it, and it was worth the wait because like I had heard about it, but I didn't really like know anything about it really. I didn't even watch any trailer, into it completely blind. All I knew was it was like a psychological horror is what I'd heard.
To their
And
credit, the
so,
teaser grant only gives you like 30 seconds of the conversation they have in the car. When he talks to Curry Barker, he's like, is her love for me real? And he goes, does it matter? And that's like it. That's where the trailer ends. Like,
wait, the director is the
He's the
guy, huh?
yeah,
helpline.
yeah,
Yeah.
Curry Barker's the guy that
That's what I was
helped
trying to explain earlier. And then Jordan's like, wait,
Clive,
Yeah, I was
who is
confused
it? What?
about
the
the
director of
Yeah,
helpline.
no, yeah. And
Hellraiser.
then no, that was Ty. Yeah, Ty was like,
No,
Clive?
I derailed it because I did not understand. I was like, "Who is Clive?" And I missed the whole part, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're talking about the director of Hellraiser, which some might
Yeah.
consider it a movie." So, yeah.
Yeah, it was an incredible watch. I was laughing in the beginning and I was tense for the rest of the movie. Like, I was like, what's gonna happen? It was
Well,
so
and then
good.
you probably laughed again when his friend showed up and I won $1 million.
Oh, my God.
Dude,
Yeah.
the
No,
wish is totally real.
there's so many memes because the actress who plays Nikki, she for a long time was like a Twitch streamer and would Twitch stream playing video games. And so that's what like it's always like his friend react like, I just won $1 million. And then it's like Nikki and it's just her because
That's funny.
truly he walks in and she just I was like, it's I.
Wild movie.
But
I
that's
was
what
so impressed. It was so good.
me and my coworker were talking about it, and we're like, at what point would you have been like, all right, I'm calling it? And I'm like, to me, after the duct tape door, I'm like, yeah, sorry, honey,
Yeah.
sorry.
That
This
was
is
such a good
it's
scene,
not
dude.
you, it's
I love
me.
they
This
show
just
his
isn't gonna work
well, I
out.
love that they show his reaction and you're kind of
You're like,
like,
what?
why is he looking weird?
And you're like, oh
Like
hell
surprised.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the door just
Oh
and that had to have
man.
been at least like 400 strips of duct tape.
I
And you're
know.
just like,
Like,
oh
oh, if you're having trouble with the door, why don't you stay home? No, I got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Ugh.
He was pulling on that with all his strength. He's like, oh,
Please get me out.
yeah. And there's also so many funny memes making fun of Bear being like, Nikki, you gotta stop acting crazy. And it's like, wanna have sex? He's like, I mean, okay, I guess. Because it's like truly, she would just do the most outlandish stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I'm
I
so
know.
sorry. I'm not gonna do that anymore." I'm like, "Dude, did you just see what just happened?" I'm like, "You gotta call the police and get that out of there."
Bro.
What
And
what
her,
what
no go.
what review, Ty, did you see? You said that somebody said like one of the comments was like, "Oh, this is just a typical relationship with a Latina or something like
Oh
that."
no, that was me. That was yeah.
Oh,
My Hispanic friend. He was like, his name's Leo, and he was like, no, yeah, this is pretty much just what the average day of dating a Latina. He was like, so I looked at my girlfriend because his girlfriend's also Mexican, and he was like, don't get any ideas.
I know. I was actually thinking, Cameron, when you mentioned like your wife watching it, and she's like, "This is what a healthy relationship looks like." I think would be the
Yeah.
best horror movie of all time. You know,
Yeah, true. Just
your
she's
wife's
like,
watching it,
honestly,
like,
I'm kind of on like a team possess Nikki.
yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's what it was
Freaking
funny.
Nikki.
so it's funny you say that about the teams. So I think it's interesting. A lot of the online discourse is about like, is Bear truly like an irredeemable evil guy, or
Mm,
is Nikki at all complete? You know, it's like I don't think there's much for that, only because it's like obviously she's possessed or, forced against her
yeah,
will. But yeah, a lot of the discord is around, is Bear irredeemable? Is he awful? And you're like,
People trying to compare him to
Well,
the
if his
Joker. They're like,
like
he's
his
worse
option
than
is
the
either stay
Joker.
with
And then
her
it's
or
just,
kill
yeah, yeah, they're
himself,
they're saying he's the
yeah.
worst.
who would choose that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just so funny because yeah, people keep saying like just Bear's worse than the Joker, and then it's all like just at least my feed is just all like DC nerds being like, "Are you sure we're talking about the same person?" And it just shows like all of the things that Joker's done. It's like
That's
so
amazing.
Joker like he did a mind trick on Superman so that Superman would take Lois out into space and suffocate her, thinking that she was Doomsday. We're still thinking that this is the same level as Bear. And so it's just things like that that it's like there's levels to this. But no, I do just think it's funny that it's like the discourse is so heavy handed that it's like we're aware that Bear's the bad guy, right? It's like I have yet to meet a single person who sympathized with Bear in the
I
slightest. It's
know,
like
right? Yeah,
nobody's
it's
like,
like
honestly, if you think about it, Bear, he really didn't do anything wrong. See, and that's to me, I think you could argue he didn't really do anything wrong until the moment like there's multiple moments, but like the moment that she express like he recognizes like and starts going back to the wish, but then he doesn't want to cancel it. You're like,
yeah.
all right, bro. He's like, is there a way to edit the wish? You're like, no, you should be calling and say, cancel this right now. And then I think he could have been redeemable, but he's like, can I get all of like the good parts without the freaky stuff? It's like, what? It's like, bro, just wants literally an AI girlfriend. That's all he was asking for. He's like, can we get AI Nikki, please? Like, is there any, can you get a software update? She's acting a little funky. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, because she's
Yeah.
like, she's not herself, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I also really like the shop owner too. It's like, oh, we don't sell those anymore. And they're like, are you serious? And he's like, no, I'm just kidding. They're right behind you.
Yeah, that was
That was like
funny.
such a good joke because that is always the
They
thing.
were
Like,
over
we
in the
never,
corner.
yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
never sold those here. Yeah, we don't buy, and he's just like, no, I'm just messing with you. They're behind you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
My first thought watching the movie is I was like, this is just rated R big. Like
Mhm.
it's instead of him wishing to be a grown up, him being like, I want this woman to fall in love with me. Like that's what he should have just like that's what I was like. I've seen so many things where it's like Bear if he actually took any time to think and like and use an actual good wish. And it was like, I wish for like extreme confidence in anything that I ever do. Or it's like all these, it's kind of like the how it should have ended. It's like all these different things that he could
I
have
know,
said. Or it's
right?
like I wish for the confidence to ask Nikki out and express my feelings. And then instead it's like make her my mind slave. It's like,
Or even
words.
phrasing it, yeah, and phrasing it like the way he
Yeah, I
did.
want her to love me more
Wish she
than
loved me more
everyone
than
in the
effing
effing
more
world.
and
And you're
anyone in
like,
the effing world. You're like,
Well, I love too that it like they show later through the Polaroid pictures, she loves him more than herself too.
mhm. Yeah. Well,
Like the
you
yeah,
mean
picture
like
of
the
like
fact that
love
she stood
you.
there,
She
defecated
she has a
herself,
picture of
vomited
him that
on the
says love
floor
you,
until he
and
came home
then a
from work?
picture of herself that says not me. I love
yeah.
you, not me.
Well,
Okay.
I
Well,
also I also think it was actually I thought it was her like subconsciously being like, that's not me. That's what I was thinking. Like
Oh.
Yeah.
she's like, I'm trapped. Like this is not me. And she looked at that photo and was like, I'm
Mm,
trapped in here. This is me. Help. That's how I read it. But I think you're right though.
that's
There's both.
interesting.
It's both
Yeah.
because I now that you say that, I'm like, it almost makes just as much sense. But I think both work where it's like she was somehow like she would have moments where she's like, well, what the freak? And then she'd like snap back to hypnotized.
I love that they included that.
Yeah.
The
Crazy
glitch in the
well,
freaking
system, man.
it was like
That was
Project Almanac.
so good.
It actually reminded me of the what's the one where he's like drawing the circle in the little boy's head? What was that one?
Oh,
Oh,
the bring her back.
Yeah, Bring Her
yeah.
Back when he like snaps out of it and he's like and
Yeah, it
he
reminded
starts
me of
drawing
Bring
the
Her
circles
Back
on his head.
too. It reminded me of that one as well. You
Did
know,
you end up
the
watching that one, Cameron, or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay. That
oh
one
There's
is on a
no way
similar.
you would watch that, dude.
They're both same thing. They both like somebody else takes over their body.
no, but it's like literally
No, not
possession that
even.
takes over
Not
the body.
Oh my gosh.
even.
Not just like a wish, no magic. It's literally just like
Well, my favorite is Jordan being
satanic
like, you can
demonic
watch
ritual.
Hokum, and then Grant's like, there's literally a witch ritual where you see the devil or whatever.
Yeah, you
And
see
then Jordan's
demons
like,
and they're like
oh,
pulling you from chains to hell, dude.
That's so good.
It's so
I'm like,
good
oh yeah,
though.
that's a little bit different
Oh,
than
that
this movie.
basement's so creepy,
But
dude.
let's get into two favorite things because then there's also like some because have just seen a lot of stuff about this. I want to share some like interesting theories that people
Sure,
have about the
sure.
show as well.
Let's start with Jordan. Jordan, what are your two favorite things?
Oh boy, I was just thinking about him. The dark faces, like for whatever reason, when she's just standing there and her face is all black, you're like, because at times I'm like, oh fudge, can I see anything? Like it's just like
Yeah, she's very
in
shrouded in shadow. Yeah, it's hard
yeah,
to
it
see what she's.
because isn't there like a saying or something? It's like if you look into darkness, you can like see yourself looking back at you. I don't know. There's like something so often eerie when you're like looking into the black because sometimes I'm like, am I seeing a face? Like, am I going crazy? And it's just there's something so eerie and off-putting about it, and I love it. And then the second one is, um, I love when he uses kind of like this meditation music, during like these moments of pure ecstasy, like when all the money is falling and that music
Yeah.
plays, like that
Yeah,
meditation
that
music.
needle
I'm
drop
like,
just
yes,
yes.
seriously. I'm like,
Well,
this,
because it
like,
was such a funny and horrific moment because his friend
yes,
didn't trust him
Yeah.
and said
yeah.
a very logical thing that anyone would say in a scenario where he's
Yeah.
like, "Wish this are real." He's like, "Oh yeah, I wish I had $1 million." Oh my gosh, it's really funny.
Yeah,
And then
how is
And
Ian
then
supposed
Bear's
to know
just
this
like,
actually work? And he's like, oh my gosh.
Those are my two favorite moments. There's tons of other stuff, but I'll let you guys go.
yeah. Grant, how about you? Two of your favorite things?
well, so I watched one lady on YouTube, her review of it, and she brought up two things that it like I think really described really well why I think it stands out from a lot of other horror. So the first thing was the idea of a safe room. Like in video games, you have like, some sort of area that's like safe that like you get a reprieve from like any jump scares or any threats to you that you can kind of get a breather so that when you go back into the action, the horror has its punch again. And the ironic thing is that the safe room sort of this movie is when Nikki is on screen and Bear is engaging with her. So
Mm,
like when we see her and we like know where she is, know what she's doing, she's happy, then that's the kind of like the safe room. Which in most horror, it's like you want to get away from the monster.
right.
You don't want to be
Oh, I
anywhere
like
near it.
this. Yeah.
So I love
Mm.
that it was this ironic like safe room was being close to the monster and like appeasing it so that it doesn't turn on you. And then kind of tied to that, I think like my second favorite thing of why it stands out to me is like that Bear is like relatively safe throughout the whole movie. Like the main threat is everything about his life around him, not his actual like life or well-being. Like his friends, his social standing, like all these other things around his life are at jeopardy because of like this thing that he's wished. And because normally in horror movies, you're just afraid they're going to die, right? But like for this, it's like the complete like inverse of that,
Yeah, there are fates worse
which
than
is so
death, like a
cool.
girl freaking
Yeah.
out at you in a public restaurant. I think that would just kill
Hmm.
me.
Like
I
so
think I would just shrivel
embarrassing.
up.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we were
Yeah.
having such a nice time.
No, no, no,
And
don't
then not
do
even in
that.
just public, but then also like public with friends. And then
Oh,
it's
people,
like you want to be, seen as like we're a good couple,
The
like,
fact that people weren't calling the
you
police when
know.
she was giving that Hansel and Gretel rated R version, I was like,
yeah.
yeah, we got somebody's got to do something. If not, I'm gonna do
Well,
something.
it's
Like,
crazy.
Well, she said she wanted to
Yeah.
be an author if that's what she was working on.
yeah,
Maybe that's a first draft, but I'm gonna do a
yeah.
hard
I'm like, might
pass.
need some revisions on that, but appreciate the time, Nikki,
Yes, thank you, Nikki, for
and just her
coming in.
do that frown that she did.
I want her removed. Have the yeah, that frown.
yeah. Okay, we'll do no bacon, and I want the man removed.
I don't even think I can frown
Wait,
that
who
big.
does the or we could kill ourselves? Is that Jim Gaffigan?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we could
Gaffigan.
go
I
bowling, or we could kill ourselves, or we could
okay,
kill ourselves, or we
Hang
I
could go
ourselves.
totally
bowling.
thought I totally thought of Jim Gaffigan multiple times when the guy at the store is like, or you could just kill yourself. It's
Yeah,
just
he says that. That's
yeah,
right. That's right. He's like, you could kill yourself.
just so nonchalantly. He's like,
yeah, exactly. Like so
He's
like
amazing. Yeah, that store owner was hilarious. But
just
yeah,
yeah.
I'll get into two of my favorite things and I'll pass it off to you, Cameron, because I'm interested to hear your theories. But Grant,
mhm.
that way of thinking about it was really interesting about how it kind of
Yeah.
it subverts a lot of the horror movie tropes, so it does feel
Yeah.
fresh and new and exciting. And I agree with you, Grant. Like to me, I'm like I'm all about the characters. So like I really enjoyed Bear because again, it's not as black and white. And in fact, what I like about it is like it actually starts innocent enough. He makes the wish not thinking it's going to work. He
Yeah.
initially bought it for her because he thought it would be like a cute gift to give to her. And then when she leaves, he's just like that much more of a loser. She even asks him and gives him an opportunity to like express maybe that one moment. There was just a brief moment she might
If you
have,
like me, tell me now. This is the moment.
this is the moment. And he's like, no. And you're like, you're an
No.
idiot. You're an idiot. And then
I
like,
love too is the moment she leaves, he's like, "Oh, what the frick? What am I doing?"
yeah. And then
Should
Let
have
like,
me
killed her.
curse her. Let me perform some voodoo magic.
let me curse her now.
What was the alternative to speaking of?
And then I think that most of the characters behaved, there wasn't like really bad decisions that weren't unbelievable. Like I made the joke about him wishing for $1 billion. It's like that's literally what you would say. That's
Yeah.
literally what you would say.
100%.
Like yeah, he's like
You gotta wish for
whatever.
you
Like
gotta wish for my wish to be undone. And he's like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna wish that
I got
stupid
one
thing.
wish. I'm gonna use it, yeah, to get you out of your problems. Get someone else to do it. Like I got $1 billion. And then I just like how much it culminates. It's almost such a sad ending though. Like, but that's kind of why I liked it. It didn't hold any punches. The ending is fetching bleak. Like, literally, this Nikki character is now surrounded by like three dead people,
Oh, she's
and
going to jail. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how she's getting out of
That's
that one. It's there's no
that's the only he's getting off of
Yeah,
that.
unfortunately,
he
her
literally
fingerprints
did
might
kill
be
her
on the
with it.
brick.
But then like yeah, and then
And
she
Sarah's
shot.
blood all over.
Well, yeah, she literally physically murdered her and then also shot the her his friend
Yeah, Ian.
Ian, right? Yeah, played by
Yeah,
Cooper
rest in peace,
Thomas.
Ian. I just want $1 billion.
I got $1 billion.
He's
It
got
really
quick
works.
scoped.
He's like, I know. But I thought it was
Oh
funny. But
man.
yeah, so anyway, I would just say like there was nothing that took me out of it that was like a bad character decision. And I'm not talking about the fact that Bear continued to enslave her. I'm just saying like dumb horror movie decisions that are done for the sake of plot. I feel like every decision that was made felt very like in keeping. The only thing I would say is that like Bear did not try like I guess he was so desperate for attention and affection, he was willing to go through so much grief and just cringe to keep this relationship and facade going. Like even when he's playing Jenga with all of his friends and everyone just looks at him, looks at her like what is going on? Like and one thing I really liked too, last thing, sorry, I know this is three, but the last thing I liked is the fact that they mentioned when she goes and talks to the homeless person, and you're almost like, oh, she's like very sweet and kind, but you're like, oh, is she scoring smack or like, heroin or Molly off of this homeless person? And it was alluded to that maybe she had like an addiction in the past but was over it. And I liked it because obviously I think that that could be kind of read into like as a metaphor, her reaction and her like mood swings and all these things. Um, I've never been addicted to Molly or I don't know really much about the symptoms, but even just drug and substance abuse in general, I think that there could be like a deeper meaning or a metaphor there for people that have dated people and had relationships with people that have either abused substances, and I'm sure that they have hot and cold moments where they're very easy to get close to, and then they have moments of violent outbursts and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool that they like everyone perceived it as, oh, she's with you now, but like it's probably because she's relapsing or she's relying on you because of Molly or something like that, right? Like they believed her behavior might be explained due to the fact that she'd used drugs. So it's like it was interesting that yeah, again, it wasn't like, oh, that like his close friend, Ian was very skeptic of Bear and everything. Like, but then it's revealed at the end that he used to have a relationship with Nikki, or at least had a fling with her. So I thought that was interesting too. There was just like there were character twists and moments where I was like, it does make for a compelling story, and I liked how it unfolded. So lots of
Well,
twists and
Yep,
yeah,
me and my coworker
like
kept making fun of that. Like, you need new friends if Ian's your best friend because he's hooking up with her the entire time, and he's like, yeah, maybe you should shoot your shot. It's like, bro, just tell me you already won the battle, okay? Just tell me
Yeah.
that. It's like, just you can dash my hopes. I get it. It sucks, but it's like instead of it just like letting him be like, yeah, maybe not tonight. Maybe don't express tonight because like I was thinking about hanging out with it. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
like
Not
you're
the
doing me
best
so
friend.
dirty.
Not the best wingman either. Yeah. He did his boy dirty.
Well, I love too, like they did a such a good job with the characters that like you even care about Sarah, which normally I feel like in any other horror
Yes.
movie, the side character who likes the character would be someone who just dies off early in the movie or
Or you'd
something.
be happy, like wouldn't care if they did. You're like, all
Yeah,
right, just
yeah.
kill
Yeah,
them off.
I know.
Well,
You're
and
sad
two,
when Sarah dies. You're like, oh
yeah, you're
man,
sad when
she's
she
got into
dies,
college.
and I love too that like the letter he opens it
Yeah.
and finds out she would have got in, and I think that was like a turning point for him to be like, I need to end this, you know?
And did you know in the original shooting of the scene with her and the brick, the entire time that Nikki and Bear are talking in the car, originally they had what's her name? Um Sarah, they had Sarah like doing gurgling noises next to him. But then apparently like some producer was like, yeah, this might be like reach like the NC-17 level of like sound and like this might be a little too much for your audience. Like after she got her face smashed in by the brick would have been like
Oh, like,
Oh, I thought
yeah,
it was
like so
because they like kept smashing and
dang.
it went on longer, but I don't know.
no, yeah, but yeah, it's
Little
just
both, but
insane that
yeah.
like
Having your
Dang.
character suffer, yeah, and you're like, oh
Mm.
no, it was
yeah,
Well,
like
already
that
rough enough. He's just sitting there and she's like talking to, yeah, it's
well,
crazy.
that was gonna be in Pulp Fiction. Like after the guy gets shot in the face, he was gonna be like bleeding out for a while, and they it just worked better at like almost comedically when he got shot and
yeah,
just instant death.
yeah. But yeah, so
Gotta
getting
have an opinion.
into my favorite things, Jordan kind of already stole one of them, so I won't talk too much about it. But um
The
the
darkness
lighting
is
also, it reminded me of Enemy, just like with the visuals, like in Enemy, where a lot of times like the eyes almost look spider-like because like you can't fully see the pupils. That you're like it looks almost just like a completely black iris, which is just so like unnerving.
Mhm.
So this, I thought that was
You can't
amazing.
read
But
her
then,
intent too, which I also
mhm.
like. Like you couldn't tell if she was truly happy or scared. Like
Well,
she's
and
obviously
there,
hiding her, masking her emotions and stuff. And
yeah,
I
and what was
like
kind of
that.
talked
You
about
don't
too, like
know.
of darkness and like looking back at you. Also, it's one of those things that's like it's the worst part about pure darkness is you just naturally want to get closer to like see if you can actually see something. So it's like pulling you in because you're like Jordan saying like
so,
am I actually seeing that? And so that you're just like
so
I have to get closer to this scary thing to actually be able to see what it is. Um,
I
That
actually
fatal
found
frame
the
too, dude.
quote. Sorry, it's for when you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss gazes also into you. Yeah,
mm,
that's Fred
yeah.
King.
Deep.
Um,
Don't know what that means.
um,
Sounds cool.
but besides that, my two actual favorite things was I just thought like the performances all around were super great, and
Hmm.
especially by Nikki, because her actress Indy
Indeed.
Navarrete or how,
Especially that last
how
Indeed.
scene, complete
Navarrete.
flip of personality and like
yeah.
awareness of
So
like what's
her
happening
performance
all
was
in one
amazing,
take.
and I'm super glad
Yeah.
because just as a nerd, like there's rumors because she's also a pretty big nerd. There's been talks that she's like being talked to by like Marvel and other groups to like try to get her into other projects like that. Which
I
like
hope she stays with better
for sure,
directors.
like yeah, but I'm glad that like someone like that would get like a big payday because then it's like they could do other things like this versus like
Oh,
I just know
maybe go
like she
back and
probably
forth.
got paid like a couple $1,000s to do this movie, whereas it's like they'll get paid millions of dollars to do like even like a small scene in like a Marvel, but like she's been potentially cast as like Black Cat or different
She's
characters.
just playing the same character, just like obsessing over Bear and just murdering other people in other movies.
Yeah, yeah. But it was kind of cool because I saw like the behind the scenes, and she talked about the why she did such a good creepy smile and all that, and it was because she said growing up she just naturally has an RBF, so her mom would always tell her if she would say, she's an indie, fix your face, and so then she would have to go, and so that's why it was like when she did like
Wow.
like it just looked so forced and like uncomfy, and that's like and that's what also like kind of Grant talked about, like the ability for her to kind of fluctuate so well within that
Mm.
and just feel very natural was just really impressive, like range.
Did you hear she doesn't like horror movies either, which is really
Yeah, she
funny.
hates horror movies, which is
Really?
That's
hilarious.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Uh,
is funny.
um and then my second favorite thing is I just think the message of it, which is funny because like Colton actually like seemed like he was like gonna try to get in a fight with me about this because I think he interpreted that like I was potentially on Bear's side just because my review I said as the message, let me just read exactly what I said. I said that heartbreak makes true love more meaningful. And then he was like, there's no true love in this. And I was like, yes, that's what I'm saying. And so, because to me, and like kind of how I explained it was, I just said, there isn't true love in this because it has to come naturally, which includes going through heartbreak. But that's what he avoided by making the wish because he could have had potential true love with Sarah after getting friend zoned by Nikki in another situation, making it
Mm.
more real. So that's the thing
Yeah.
is that's because that's the thing is you just see like it's something that all of us have seen and experienced where it's like you like a girl and then like you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna work out amazing. She's the best person ever, and then like it doesn't end up working out, and then she like friend zones you. You're like, oh, this sucks. And then it's like the next person you meet, or someone who's in your circle that you didn't even realize at the time. It's like, oh, well, this person's pretty awesome, and then that actually would have like ended up being better. And so things like that, that's like you just have to naturally go through like the ups and downs of dating, and so it's like trying to overwrite that is just like overriding the natural like flow of life because it's kind of like the idea of just like I would like to never fail and it's just like yes but it's like you don't understand all like what you'll become because of that it's like
Right.
that just having that rejection and like
Try
that
to be a
hardship
better person without ever experiencing any
yeah
pushback or
exactly
challenge.
because like that's what makes the actual connection so special is like you realize like there's so many hardships I went through but it's like oh it's super worth it to be here but it's
Yeah.
like you don't care about all those previous dating like courtships that didn't work out because of it working out and so that's what I just thought was like a really interesting kind of like demonstration of this that it's like he was trying to essentially take the shortcut by like taking away her free will and then you realize you're like that's even worse than never finding like a mate it's like having him like a mate who's forced to be there but actually doesn't want to be with you and like getting that glimpse of her being like just kill me it's like and I love the line too of like I've never been with you and so like
Yeah,
just
that
both of
was
those was
heartbreaking because you're just like, oh,
yeah and it's just super
she
good like
never was
to
part of
wrap it it's like yeah
ever
it's like
keyed into
she
this.
never once any of those good moments was never her every single one of those moments was the other Nikki and so it's just things like that that I just think are really cool and then just
Well,
getting
and
into some of like oh
sorry, I think it's really interesting, like the idea of if it hadn't gotten to this extreme, if she had acted completely normal and never glitched and showed her real side, if she was just like normal and completely like obsessed with him, like I think he would have been happy the rest of his life, you
100% well
know?
that's the
And
problem
she
is
would have been
just like
trapped in that. Yeah.
just like we talked about is that he didn't ask to cancel the wish once he realized that she was not like herself he said can I edit the wish can I get not get the weird stuff and it's just like you idiot. You recognize you took away this person's free will, and then you're like, can I not get like the whole rebellious part of me taking away their free will? Can I just get like the straight like
Right.
obedience? It's like
Yeah.
you want he didn't want to undo, he wanted strict obedience. He wanted to like, I don't know how to be doing all these weird things.
Like
Like
feeding me my cat.
literally so
Yeah.
that kind of gets
Verdict.
into
Yeah. Cat.
that
What's
gets
the
into some of my
verdict?
stuff
Oh
so
man.
that's what one of the theories that was going around that the director apparently shot down but is just an interesting theory is some people theorize that the cat's soul possessed Nikki and that's why it like set out the shrine because it was like trying to memorialize itself. And then also the cat was Bear's best friend and obsessed with him.
Oh, that's
And so
funny.
it only knew how to love him like a pet. That it was just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be
Mm.
around him and stuff like that. And so it was just it's like things like that that I was like, oh, that's kind of
That's
interesting and
funny.
like and creepy. And it's like acted like
So
a very
it's
It'd
protective
like
be
the
more
animal.
believable if
fly.
it was a
It's like the
dog,
fly instead
not a
of
Yeah.
cat.
the fly getting inside the machine, the cat got in the way of like the wish, and so the cat got zapped and now it's
Yeah.
possessed. It's like that's the story.
Yeah. And then another interesting theory that a lot of people talked about, and it's pretty cool. It's less so a theory and like most likely probably true, is if you notice every single time that Nikki kind of comes to, it's always when she sees a reflection.
Hmm.
And so if you
Um,
it's like for example, the first time she freaks out is she's when she's sitting at the car door, is when she glances at the rear view mirror on the right side, and she's like, what? And then immediately reverts back, and he was kind of like, you okay, what just happened? And so it talks about like,
Interesting.
and then other times that she freaks out, it's when she looks in a mirror and then she's like, oh my
When
gosh.
what
And
about
so
the
that's
time
why
that they were in the bedroom when she freaks
And they were
out?
like kissing,
Yeah, was there
um,
anything there?
I'm trying
Well,
to
and
remember.
also
reflection in
when
his
when
eyes or
well,
something.
it doesn't have to be every time, but because she also
Right.
the fourth time or whatever was when she was asleep, and she's like the other one is asleep. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I think it's possession because she said they're asleep, and it kind of reminds me of the like mentioned Get Out earlier, just the like being suppressed further
yeah, in
back
the
in
Yeah, in the
sunken
the
place.
sunken
Yeah,
place, and there's
sunken
something
place.
else,
That's
or
what.
some other force taking over. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
like it's the wish. But like again, where did that spirit come from? It's just a wish granted. So it's like this isn't really her, but you wished for this human being to be a conduit for your wish. So here she is, and she had to
yeah,
get replaced because she
yeah.
never would
But
have
then
gone along with
it,
it, right? Yeah, it's a very
yeah,
interesting dynamic because I think about talk to me as well, right? Like you shake hands
Hmm.
with it, and then you're talking to somebody that she falls asleep, but then like while she's sleeping, the other one can come out and be like, "Hey, I'm in here, help me out. Like I'm not me. Help, send help." And it's like, yeah, what's so bad about
Hey
being my
man, let me
girlfriend?
in, bro.
yeah. And
Dude,
another interesting,
dude, that scene too, just after he finds out and he's pile driving her, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was
it,
such a crazy. I was like, what a cut. Because I was like,
and another
just in
interesting
case you thought, yeah, you should be rooting for him. Yeah, nothing past that.
another interesting theory too that talks about like that I think is probably true, is it just talks about how people are saying Nikki most likely wished for Bear to love her,
Yes,
to like fully love her,
100%.
which
That's
Yeah,
which
what
is
at the
that's
interesting.
what
end,
it,
yeah.
he
Which
leaves the
no, but
bathroom and he goes and
what's
finds
interesting
her.
about that is a lot of people are talking about that means that it shows that Bear never truly loved her because it actually affected a change in him, and because people were saying like, oh, if he actually did
Well, I think
love
the
her,
wish my theory is that like her wish was I wish he loved me as much as I
much as I
loved
love
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Could
Yeah.
be.
But
But
it's
yeah,
things
so it
like
gets
that it is
reciprocated.
interesting that it shows that
Yeah.
like he never even truly loved her. Like that's the thing. And that's where it kind of gets into like what I was talking about with the message is it's like you might love the idea of a person or like the
Yeah.
idea of you guys as a couple, but it's like you don't actually
If
love or
if
know this
he
person.
yes, if he really loved her, he would have set her free. Like he
Yeah,
truly
for
loved her. He would
sure.
have set her free instead of enslaving her further. So
Yeah.
he his own love for what he had, he selfishly took from her. And I think that's interesting too, because it kind of
So
does feel like a bleak and dark, like Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, because it's like they love each other
thank
so
goodness
much.
she didn't kill
Couldn't live
herself. I mean,
without her, so he
yeah.
poisons herself. She poisons herself, and he dies, and then he wakes up. Oh, I'm not actually dead. Oh my gosh, he's still alive. And I guess I will kill myself now. But then, like the end of this one, it's like she wakes up out of the stupor and being like surrounded by dead people, having all these haunting memories of all the things that you've been engaged with, and you're like, how do you go on and live your life? It's pretty bleak ending, but yeah, it's good though. It's a good horror movie because it makes you
Yeah.
think too. You're like, where does Nikki go from here? Like, just got to run away, change your name. I
Well,
don't know.
it's one
Like,
of those
Yeah.
things too of like it's like I'm sure there's moments in your life if you've liked someone and you're like, man, I really wish you just liked me back, or
Yeah.
like approach me first so I didn't have to like have the courage to
100%.
to to do it myself. But yeah.
I just
But
wish
And
yeah,
then see the
you loved me more
consequences.
than anyone in the freaking world.
do we recommend this though?
Oh,
I think if
absolutely.
especially if
Well, to
horror
certain
is
people.
like yeah,
I
Not
told
like
for
my
the
wife
faint of
not to
heart.
watch this.
Yeah,
yeah,
my wife
like
I
didn't
was
like it
like,
either.
you wouldn't like
If you've been
this.
interested
if you
in
love
trying
horror,
cat,
absolutely.
if you're really into
Yeah,
cat and cat has food, so yeah,
yeah,
you should try it. Curry
Dude,
yeah.
Barker
I
you're
would say
is
it's a step above Get Out. It's like I would say
Oh,
if like
really?
you would consider like Get Out like a 6 out of 10 on the horror scale, it's like this I would say is like a 7. Just because like I think there's certain things of like the grotesqueness, like her like when she came home and she had just like been sitting in her own piss and like vomit. I was like,
Dude.
hey.
And you know it's funny about that too, Grant, what you mentioned about him not being in danger. It is funny, but like I couldn't help but think that Bear was gonna be in danger any minute if
Yeah,
he
true.
caused her harm where she would hurt him. But like because of this wish, she would never harm him intentionally or directly.
Yeah.
And it's funny
Yeah.
because like even the scene like
Well,
where he looks at the door and it's just duct tape shut is like so eerie and creepy. And you're like, it's
Yeah.
kind of funny and harmless, but you're also like, this is terrifying. Like someone taking the time
Well,
like to lock the door, like bar the door as best she could with the tape, like
yeah.
to
really,
prevent
you
him
didn't
from
feel
getting
any
out.
danger? Because I thought at any minute she's gonna kill him because she's like I if I can't have
If I
you,
Well,
can't
no,
have
it
you, no
was
one can. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
funny you say that because I did think that, but then like as the movie kept
I
going
felt
on, I'm
like it
like,
was
oh,
more
it's
of,
not.
well,
Yeah.
and she even does it the one time where she's like, you can go to boys' night, but it goes on this whole long description of like how she would kill herself. She's like, or you can stay.
That was terrifying.
Yeah. My favorite thing
Oh
is
Emotional
my
like
manipulation
gosh.
was really
I, I've
interesting.
s- I've seen
I
so
think
many
that's
memes about that.
why
It's like the average experience of me trying to ask my wife if I can hang out with the boys. It's like, yeah, you can
you know
do
what I
that.
realized though? Like I think this movie speaks to a lot of truths about like just women in general. You know, they're all this horrible. No, what I
Their
mean
own.
like is I think a lot of people like I mean, especially millennials and Gen Zs having to date today's society there's just so many pitfalls and setbacks and I think that this movie speaks to a lot of those. And obviously this might be more extreme than most cases. But like I've heard so many people say like, dude, I dated a girl like that or I had an experience like that or and I made the joke in my review it was just like, yeah, you know, people like after they were leaving the theater, like, dude, I used to date someone just like that and it freaked him out because they're watching this movie and they're like, yeah, it was very uncomfortable. And I literally had to sit through that again and be reminded of those awful relationships that you've had or uncomfortable moments. And I'm like, it is interesting. It's almost like how Get Out was like what do you call it? It was like they called it something like a socioeconomic thriller or something like that, where it's like dealing with race issues and
Think
stuff. And
socio-political or whatever thriller.
socio-political. And this one feels like cringe inducing horror in a way. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's like a thing, but it's like
It's
it is
like it's
it is
emotional relationship
yeah,
horror,
yeah, yeah. It's
which
like
Yeah.
is
it's still
like
psychological, but it's
very
still
rare,
like
yeah.
it touches on a nerve that's very different than most movies have in a long while. Like I'm trying to think of the movie that caused me to
Yeah,
feel
it's
this
kind of like the
way.
average relationship that like that Casey Affleck would be in, It's kind of one of those movies.
Casey Affleck. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, I do recommend
But oh,
Obsession. If you
I
ever want
also
to watch
forgot my favorite scene in the entire movie is her movement back into the corner is one of the freakiest things ever. And I think they just reversed it, her
They might
it.
movement.
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
But
But it's still very unnerving.
Well,
yeah,
and
you're
too,
just like,
like
oh
the scene
hell
where
no,
she
is that a
describes how she would
spider?
kill herself, like she like gets up and goes back into the room, like in a
Yeah, you're
very
like,
unnerving way.
Which is
yeah,
funny
Well,
too,
and
because like, yeah, it's just very off-putting, and you're like, what's happening? Like sometimes she's talking and it's not like her mouth moving, so the weird, like, there's something weird going on with her mouth.
yeah,
She's
Well,
moving
and there's
differently.
like one moment in the background when she was like contorting her body. Like that
Yeah.
was great
well, and
too.
that's what's even funny too is like I've seen a lot of stuff too talking about like if you didn't know that the wish occurred, like if this like if you were just dating this person, this is how they acted. It was like at what point would you leave or whatever? And like a lot of people were like, I ain't leaving ever. Or a lot of people were like, this is my life. And but it is just interesting, like if you just think of it in that lens, it's like, do you naturally just let some of those things slide, or like at what point that like
mm,
is that even too much? Because I'm like
I
the
think I
watching at night
think
is creepy, but it's like if I saw that more than once, I'd be like, this thing
Have
is
you ever
a certain
seen
of
the dating matrix, Cameron, where the guy
Yeah,
talks
yeah.
about it like
The
The
crazy.
money,
graph, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
The graph.
100%. Yeah,
The hot to
100%.
the hot
crazy.
crazy line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
hot
yeah.
The hotter
crazy.
she is, the
The hotter
crazier
Yeah,
she
she
is,
can
the
be.
crazier she
yeah.
can
And
be.
here's the unicorns. Yeah,
This line, if they
yeah,
cross it, I guess Bear was like, she's the hottest girl in his
yeah.
entire life because he was willing to let her feed
Do
him
a whole lot of
his
crazy.
cat. He was willing to let her feed him his cat and was still not willing to let her go. That's crazy to me.
Which is I don't know if you've seen Fatal Attraction. That's also Michael Douglas. He dates like a psychopath and then
Yeah,
she cooks his bunny. So
I
That's
similar.
don't remember
interesting.
that.
I wonder how much of that is, yeah,
It's
Fatal
funny.
Attraction
Well, I
is
mean,
a cover
it's
to this
also like
movie.
similar to like Gone Girl, where it's just like this chick
Oh
is
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
insane.
Chick
And it's
is
Yeah,
just like,
nutso.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mastermind,
yeah.
yeah, kind of crazy.
But I
Well,
mean,
I really, I
unfortunately,
really
Nikki's
like.
not actually insane. It's just cursed Nikki is insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
really
Well,
like the
oh, yeah.
the horror tactic they did of the cinematic tactic of having her be in the scene and then you don't really notice her at first until she moves. Like when she's watching him sleep, she's in the corner. I remember watching it the first time and I was like because it was just showing the mirror like back at him and then you're kind of just like focused on that and then she moves and you're like, wait, was she there the whole time?
Go to sleep.
So
Yeah,
I
that was
like had to go
terrifying.
back
Well,
and
yeah,
then
I've even
like
seen.
well, I did it 3 times because then there was a time that he was on the phone and she was outside the window and there was like the curtains and then she
Yeah.
like and then she walks and then knocks on the door
Yeah,
and then
I've seen people compare it a lot to like the Hereditary scenes where it's like her up on the ceiling or whatever, and then
There's
it's
a
like your
great moment
eyes
too.
match
Like
her. Like,
even
wait
after
a
he
minute.
breaks the wish and he's sitting outside her house, and then she's just standing there at the door
Yeah, you're
watching
just like,
him. It's very unnerving. It's so cool how it just immediately, like, you immediately know something's wrong. Like it's just
yeah,
interesting how the movie gives you such a great foreshadowing of like how you're going to feel the rest of this movie ever since he snaps that stick.
yeah.
She's acting so weird and unpredictable and
Well, and I feel like too, like the whole like snapping the stick for the wish, like there's like that theme of like quick cut, like the music cuts off or like
yeah,
just quickly cuts to something
snaps.
else, like just adds to the tense
Also
feeling
reminds
yeah,
of
you're
the
me,
just
I
like,
guess
movie.
the stick kind of reminded me a little bit of Weapons too. Like everyone's snapping
Yeah,
sticks these
yeah.
days in horror
Yeah.
movies.
yeah. At least they didn't have to go.
Yeah. Also, I just like
True.
the aesthetic of like the wish. Like it's
And
just
at
like a
least it wasn't the
funky
creepiest
old.
Ronald McDonald you ever seen snapping the stick. At least it was just a regular boy.
I like how like it's like in a funny little box and it's like you make a wish and your dream comes true and you're like
Yeah.
and it's just like it's real and they're like oh you just gotta be careful what you wish for and then like what did the girl at the beginning? She's like he's like, oh, do people like, does this even work? Or whatever. He goes, yeah, people are always trying to like get a refund or whatever she says. Or I can't remember what she was saying at the beginning, but she's like, yeah, or
Something
it's
like
like,
that.
no, no, they do come true, but like people don't. I can't remember what she says. She like says something kind of foreboding, but then it was like
Well,
it was
I
double
love
meaning. They're
when
trying to
he
make
was
it.
reading online, like half of them were saying yes, the other half were
Yeah.
saying no, it doesn't work.
Yes,
I
that's
love that
Yeah.
stuff
yes.
because I'm
That's
like,
like half of them
that's
are like, dude, this thing does come true, and then other people are like, this sucks because it's like you got to be careful what you wish for. So half the people regretted their wish and are
well, and
miserable.
some of them were saying that it doesn't work.
Yeah, it
So
didn't
that's
work at
why
all. Yeah.
they're like, it doesn't work.
But I wonder if like did they make a wish and it didn't happen the way they intended?
That's what yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
Like
I don't
it
know.
well,
does
I
Yeah.
always
mean, it
work.
could, or they
No,
just,
see, I think it always does work, but it doesn't your wish doesn't come
But they
true
don't
always the way
recognize it
you
or
think of
whatever.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Because like maybe you wished for something and you end up getting it, but you don't know that it's working, if that makes sense.
mm.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
Well,
if Bear never found out that Nikki was possessed, he was just like, wow, I can't believe she fell for me and like my life is good. But like he finds out that she's like, I'm not here. I don't know what's going on. And he's like, well, I do know what's going on, but I'm not gonna do anything about it, right? Whereas like other
or
people might have made wishes that didn't come true.
or
But
or
like,
just not believing it, because he was questioning at the beginning. He's like, I don't
oh
know if
sure,
this
yeah,
is.
yeah. But anyway, I just like that online there's a Discord of or
Yeah.
discourse of like on Reddit, it's like, yeah, this
uh,
works or it doesn't work. And it's like it's
and it,
inconclusive. Like some people say it works, some people doesn't. Like what do you
I
do? I don't know
Yeah,
who to
and
believe.
some of the ones where I was like, my mom did this to I look pretty, and she's looked gorgeous. It's just like, what is this marketing material? Like, it makes no sense. Like, why are you saying it so cheesily? And so it's like things like that that make you almost disbelieve it.
Right, right. Wow, it's so good. Oh,
um
Wait, last
freak.
thing.
yeah.
Did you guys catch the fourth wall mistake the camera guy made from they were in the store and then they were panning and then like there was like a black box in front of him and it was like reflective. You could see the camera guy.
Oh no, I
Oh,
didn't see that. That's funny.
that's
Yeah, it was
funny.
pretty funny. It
Chocolate
just
acid.
honestly it made it more endearing for me that it felt lower budget and I was like, this is still so good.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
I just love because you mentioned Wish Upon. I love that kind of monkey pop premise.
yeah,
I'm
it's such a
super
good
in.
premise.
Yeah, I just for whatever reason, I don't know why I love those types of movies like Bearing the X, Wishmaster. There's just like something I love
Well,
when there's baggage with a wish. It's
yeah.
like it
Well,
doesn't.
to me, I just feel like it's kind of the number one thing that's like the dream always is people are like, if you could get three wishes from a genie or if you had one wish, it's like, and that's the thing is like, you don't realize like you wishing that might like have adverse like effects in other spots of your life. It's like you could say like, oh, I
Yeah.
want to be the richest person ever. And then it's like, oh yeah, now you're going to be one like the most famous. And also like people are going to try to scam you and you have to deal with all this. But it's like, it's just things that you don't realize. You're like, oh yeah, there's actually a lot of complications and not always just like super ideal.
Yep.
But
Okay. We all recommend it. So what have you
Heck
seen
yeah,
lately?
dude. Yeah, dude. Let's start sharing movies that we've seen lately, movies that we're looking forward to. Jordan, you
All
want to
right,
start?
Cameron. We'll set aside a half an
yeah,
hour.
Jordan, you see,
Yeah.
check out your letterbox and then give us one.
Eh, one. I mean, this movie was basically the one, but
Something you have to give. It has to have been something you gave 3 stars or above.
um
Jordan's like,
so
that'll take at least a month.
the director of Cure, I watched another film he made called Retribution, and there was
Mm.
some like really creepy, eerie scenes, this girl, because he sees like this dead girl. He's a detective. He likes making movies about detectives, and there's this girl that's like trying to help help him solve the case, and help, like she's terrorizing him, but then she's like floating, and it's just there's some really great eerie stuff with it. But yeah, that, and then there was one documentary I really enjoyed called Icarus on Netflix. The only thing is, Cameron, and I almost didn't get through it, is there's a lot of needles at the beginning, and I was feeling
Oh,
lightheaded.
absolutely not.
But it's tight. It
Talk
reminds
about
me
a true horror movie.
it reminds me a lot of Chernobyl. I mean, it's funny because it's also another Russian thing they tried to hide and cover up, but it's about the gold
Russia
medals.
covering something up? That does not sound like them.
Dude,
But
only 9 deaths for the
I know.
entire fallout of Chernobyl, just so you know.
This one's wild
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
the
like
recorded
about the
number,
gold
yeah.
the gold medals in the Olympics and how basically all of them are a scam, or I mean, anyways, I don't spoil it, but I just kind of
Scam.
did.
Oh, what are you
That
doing?
they Yeah, I don't know, I'm trying not to say more about it, but it's so good. It's seriously like, because this guy, like, literally when the stuff comes out, he tries to expose Russia, and like suddenly all the people he works with are dying off one by one, and you're like, I cannot believe this is a documentary. It's like, oh, another guy I work with died of a heart attack, and you're like, get the fudge out of Russia.
Where's the death note?
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously. The Russian Death Note.
exactly.
Because yeah,
Died of a heart
they
attack.
died they died of heart
Delayed
attacks,
death.
right? Like, yeah, okay. Russia, man.
Speak of
So
me.
good, dude.
God.
I'll have to check those out. Grant, how about you? What do you watch lately?
Um, let's see. I've watched I've been watching with Elise Disney's Percy Jackson series. It's pretty fun. It's lighthearted. It's kid acting, so it's not like amazing, but it's entertaining.
Did you ever
And
watch the
then,
the movie with me
mhm,
growing up?
yeah, I don't
Better?
remember how like I like it because like they have more time to explore like different parts,
Yeah, I
but
feel like it's hard
probably some
unless
stuff was
unless you
rushed
do
in the
like a Nolan
movie.
situation where you just like have a 3 hour movie. It's just hard to do such big stories into like an hour 45 or like 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
you
it's
just cut like
enjoyable.
all of the character development. It's like, hey, you care about these characters, right? Okay, we're gonna get into the plot, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into
Um,
Hokum on another episode, right? Because the only reason I didn't talk about it is because I assume you wanted to talk
I
about it.
assume that we're gonna do Backrooms and Hokum like as
Okay.
their own
All right, then
episodes.
I'll save that for another time because that one is
Yeah.
like a masterpiece.
Why don't y'all talk about Hokum next week? Because I'll be out of town. I'll be at Allie's family's next week. So
Let's do that then. Yeah, let's do
okay.
Hokum and then we'll do Backrooms.
All right, sorry, Grant.
Yes. So, because I don't remember the last time I was on a podcast, because I saw Hokum, the
Did
back
you do
rooms.
Samurai, The Way of the Dog?
yeah, we did Ghost
No,
Dog. I
I didn't do
think
that
Ghost
one.
towards
Dog,
the
I'm sorry. The
end.
Way of the
I think
Dog.
I think the
Ghost
end
Dog.
of June,
Samurai Dog.
like the around like the 20s of June. I think we did that.
Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't there for that. So I watched Anatomy of a Fall. I might have said that.
Yeah, we talked
But
about that,
it's
and then I sent Jordan's
okay.
video of
Yeah.
the only thing she's been guilty of is being a
It's
woman.
being a whore.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
He had
Okay,
it
yeah.
coming. Yeah.
So
The
then,
Anatomy of a
yeah,
Fall is so
I
fetching
watched
good, dude.
Nobody 2 with Ty. That
Wait,
was
wait, wait.
pretty fun.
I have to know, Grant, what do you think happened though? I have to ask, because what was your version of events? Do you think that she
Oh,
killed him, or do you think that he
I
I'm
killed
can't
trying to
her?
remember.
remember.
I don't think so. I think I'm trying to remember what I thought.
Yeah.
I think similar to kind of Jordan that like yeah, she was probably not a great spouse, but like I
I
don't
think
think
he
she
killed
would have.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah.
No. Okay.
Just because
Just
to me it reminds me more of what do you call it? After Sun, where it's like there's like so many, especially with men, like signs of mental health are just so non-visible a lot of the times that it's just like you're way less likely, I feel like, for
but with
guys.
him it's very obvious, dude. The guy speaks fluent French, dude. I'd kill myself if that was my girlfriend.
And so it's things like that that I just make me believe. I'm like, I feel like it's more likely
Oh
for that
man.
than for her to take such a leap to murder. It's just like I don't know.
And then the last movie I watched was Where the Crawdads Sing. It's actually really
I was
good.
surprised you like that so much. The like rape scene in that was like insane. I was like,
I mean, it's not like I like the movie, therefore I like the rape scene.
well, I wasn't saying you were pro
Grant
rape.
flips that.
There's no correlation there.
I was just saying for
I like
me,
movies with
like
rape. Nice, Grant. Nice.
Just
no,
remember,
no,
I'm the woke one.
That's from the woke critic. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
Grant, I got some
yeah,
new
I don't know if you
recommendations
guys
for
have
you.
seen it, but like the
yeah.
ending is like it goes
Just when
against your
rape happens.
expectations, which I enjoyed. No, not that. The
Like the
end.
ending part is the best. Where the rape happens. Jeez Louise.
Okay. And then the last thing I've been watching, and it's really embarrassing to say, but
More rape?
so no, no.
Okay, sorry.
So,
For the rape. All right, sorry. Sorry.
well, so we got Hulu for Palm Springs, and so I've had Hulu, and I was like,
Excellent
what do
choice.
I even watch? And The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was on there. So I binged the first two seasons, and it's
Yeah,
crazy, dude.
Allie
They
always like
misrepresent the church so bad, but
no,
like,
literally like none of them are actually active members.
oh
All
no,
of them
like,
are
and they
like,
say they
oh,
are, and
very
I'm like, you should not be telling the world that you're active.
yeah, exactly.
But like, the drama is so funny to watch because it's so ridiculous. Like the things that these girls like.
Dude, speaking of bad Latter-day Saints, have you guys been watching the bricks and
Oh,
minifigs thing?
Yes. Oh
yeah.
my
The
gosh.
reckless
It's
Ben
making us look really bad.
is like,
Yeah.
oh dude. but those guys are evil, and like the way they talk, I'm like, that's not Latter-day Saint. Like,
I know.
I
I
know
love. There
by
was a comment that
relation.
said he's like, I haven't even started the video yet, but I'm guessing the guy with the evil mustache is the bad guy.
Yeah,
It's the villain.
he's literally a mustache twirling
Yeah,
villain. Like,
like a French show.
yeah, he's evil, dude. I love how he keeps calling him Amen McNuff. I don't know why that makes me laugh. It's like
Yeah,
his name is Ammon.
they all say amen. Yeah.
Amen.
Mhm.
This is funny to
Yeah, because
me.
they just came out with a new video like yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it. It's pretty good, but
It's crazy.
I love how he ends. He reminds me of like Rick and Morty. He's like,
Yes.
there's gonna be a
We're gonna
hundred
do 100
seasons,
episodes.
and we're gonna keep going
We're gonna keep
for
going.
hundreds of. It's making me laugh. He's just
Until they
like
do the chicken dance.
until
Till
they
they
do
do
the
the chicken
chicken
dance.
dance. And he's like gonna
And then we'll
destroy
move on to the next
Scientology.
video.
Which
Dude,
which is amazing. He did that with the did you watch the Manor episode, Stack?
yeah, McKamey Manor
So,
was interesting
so
too.
he did
Like,
the he
there's
told the guy to eat
Crazy.
pizza. He's like, if he eats pizza, I'll end this whole
Yeah.
thing. And he did. The guy ate pizza and it was over. It's crazy. Because it's there's something about like these people that are so
Um,
domineering, like they have to be at the top. So when they finally
mhm.
succumb to like
Like
doing
submit,
something
yeah.
ridiculous and they submit, then it's like they've lost. It's just so
Yeah.
fascinating.
But it's
Yeah.
so sad too because like it's so sad that like the McKamey Manor thing where he would like just torture people
Yeah,
and then
that's
like get
And
disgusting.
you
away
get
with
off
it.
to it.
Well, yeah, not even just that too, but
Oh,
also
yeah.
like he made these people pay for it. Like it's so sad. Like it's like
Hmm.
what a grift and like such a despicable thing. It was just so like I literally was like, that is true evil. And it's just so weird to see that. And like Reckless Fenn, I love that he kind of sheds a light on these very weird, obscure things. And you're like, you're doing good work, even though you're kind of quirky in the way you're going about it. I don't always agree with, but I'm also like, good work, Fenn. Keep it up. Like
Yeah.
he's done some really interesting things, breaking up some weird things because you're just like, I didn't even know these things existed, and you're like, yeah, thanks for shedding a light
Yeah,
on it.
he infiltrates Scientology and stuff. It's
Yes,
really funny.
I've seen those videos. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but
Anything
Yeah,
else you've
that's all
seen,
I've
Grant?
watched.
yeah,
That's it.
nice. I've seen a few. So like, let me see here. We were all together. Rewatched the Project Hail Mary again. So good. I love that movie.
It's better on the
Thumbs up.
theater.
It's almost as
Yeah.
good as Project Almanac.
Yeah, Project Hail
Almost.
Mary, Project Almanac. So Backrooms I saw in the theater and Obsession back to back. Hokum. So like I gotta say, Hokum, Backrooms, Obsession. If I'm being honest, I would say Hokum might be my favorite. Obsession is my second, and Backrooms is my third. I don't know if you
I
guys
need
are
to
on this.
rewatch Hokum because I think I put Obsession above Hokum right now.
I was
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
Cameron
Could be
said
recency bias,
Backrooms
but
was
yeah.
above
Well, see, to
Obsession.
me, I think after
Oh,
like on a rewatch, it would probably because I gave Obsession a 7, but I wouldn't be surprised if I gave it a 9, like on a rewatch, just
oh,
because
interesting.
like not watching with Allie and not
Different
having
watching
her like hate
experience.
it so
Yeah.
much,
Yeah, dude,
then I think it
don't
would
worry,
just be more
Cameron.
enjoyable.
I watched The Batman with Robert Pattinson, directed by Matt Reeves, and 90 minutes in, my wife turns to me and goes, "There is 90 more minutes of this." And I was like, Shut up, you're not gonna ruin this for me. This is my birthday movie. You're gonna sit there and like it." But yeah,
Uh,
There's
it
90
did
more.
somehow manage to affect my viewing experience when you have your wife say that way too loud in a theater and you're like, "Shut up, don't ruin this for me." So I totally get it when you're watching
But yeah,
the
because I gave
Ty
Backrooms a 8.
as Ty
yeah.
pulls out the little wish thing. Quiet woman.
But
Yeah, yeah.
what I did
You
like
wish
about
you wish
Obsession
you loved the
or about
Batman more than anyone
Backrooms
in the
is
acting world.
the somewhat dubious nature of it, which Obsession was less dubious. But I
Yeah,
still think it could have been more dubious, similar to what Grant said. But we'll get into that on that episode.
yeah. I watched a movie, The Apartment, directed by Billy Wilder. He's the one that did like Some Like It Hot and all those movies. And it
Mm.
had the guy from Some Like It Hot. Is it Jack Lemmon, I think his name is.
I'm a
Anyway, The
man. I'm a man.
Apartment's
I'm
an
a man.
interesting premise. He's like trying to work his way up in this company, and he's like a nobody. So everyone uses his apartment for hookups and having promiscuous relationships out of their marriage. And they all just use his apartment, and he has to like walk around outside in the cold park bench and he just like lays down because he has like nowhere to be. Like it's like such
Oh
a
my
weird movie. But it's like back in the 60s or something. Like I guess everyone was just a horn dog back then, dude. I didn't even know people were like this horny back in black and white. So but anyway, it was a good
They
movie
lived in
because it was
black
like
and
the
white back
original
then.
it was the original like romantic comedy, but had some pretty mature themes. Billy Wilder was a very interesting, director, but yeah, I liked the movie overall. But yeah, it is weird where you watch it and you're like, it has all the beats of a romantic comedy, and the guy was simping hard for this chick, man. Damaged goods, brother. Just move on. Anyway, speaking of damaged goods, talk about another relationship, Carolina Caroline. Kyle Gallner in that movie. I don't know if you guys saw it,
I
but
saw
I saw
yeah,
it was on the recently purchased, but
yeah,
is it
it's
good?
good. I liked it. It's actually kind of feels like, Bonnie and Clyde.
Have you
Uh,
seen Bonnie and Clyde? I watched it right afterwards, and it's
oh
so
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I haven't seen it since like college though. That's the one with
Oh,
Gina
okay.
Davis that looks like Val, right? And Susan Sarandon. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Gina
I
Davis
don't.
reminds me of Val. Like if mom had a
Gina
Hollywood lookalike, it's
Davis?
Gina
No,
Davis.
she's not in it. I don't know who
I'm
you're talking about.
pretty sure Thelma and Louise is Gina Davis.
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde is not Thelma and Louise, but
Oh, you're right. Um, kind of reminds me of Thelma and Louise and Bonnie and Clyde. I haven't
but
seen Bonnie and Clyde, but I have seen Thelma and Louise. So
Bonnie
there
and
you go.
Clyde's really good. I've seen Thelma and Louise. I like Bonnie and Clyde better, but
Okay, there you go. That is,
anyways,
dude, I must be tired because you're like,
yeah,
have
I
you seen Bonnie
recommended
and
them
Clyde? Yeah, man, I've seen Thelma and Louise. Well, okay,
because yeah, I
maybe
was
I'll
on like
fuck
a
back.
binge after Red Letter Media mentioned the two movies it was like, and I went and watched those movies too because I just really enjoyed Carolina, Carolina.
Yeah, Caroline and Caroline. I enjoyed it. I think is it Samantha Weaver or what's her name? Samantha Weaver, right?
Weaving.
Samantha Weaving.
It's Samara Weaving.
Samara Weaving. I can't remember that name. It kind of reminded me of Place to Be
Samantha
On.
Weaver.
It's Samantha Weaver. Samantha Beaver. Beavers.
But you know it's the same
Ethel
director of like
Beavers.
Dinner in America and Snack Shack, right?
Yeah, which I
Yeah,
love.
you like
I
those ones
love
too.
Snack Shack. You guys have to see that movie. Maybe we watch it together if
Yeah,
you
it's
haven't
good.
seen it. When we're together, we need to watch it. Snack Shack is like laugh out loud funny. It's just like
It's good.
two boys hustling to make money, and there's just something really funny about that. Like they're 14 years old, they're so crass, and they're always punching each other. I don't know. It's just so funny, dude. But yeah, Snack Shack
sounds
and then
like the banana stand in what's it called? Arrested Development.
Arrested
Rest of
Development.
them.
and
There's always money in the
but yeah,
banana
Kyle Gallner,
stand.
it's so funny because like yeah, he's slowly becoming like one of my favorites. Like Dinner in America, I
I like
love.
call.
Kelly Gallner's great and
Mm,
in the Sing 2 or whatever, not Sing 2. Smile 2.
Smile.
Very different
Yeah.
movie. Smile 2
I
versus
wish he had
Just a
more
bit.
screen
well,
time.
2 she's like a singer, so you can understand where I accidentally said Sing 2. Smile 2 and Kyle Gallner's part in that was really good and then Carolina Caroline is good. But I'm still confused about the money thing. I don't understand how it works. I'm like, I've literally tried to think about it so many times.
Oh
They
yeah, I
go
did not
in,
understand it
they give
either.
some money, and then like you're like, oh well, why don't I just get? And then you
The
give them a
whole
$10
con or
bill,
whatever.
yeah. And then they're like, well,
Yeah.
why don't I give you a two more dollars, and then you give me a 20, and we call it good. And it's like some of that money's out of the till, and so you're actually taking more money from them than you're getting at. I'm like, I'm too stupid to get it. I would totally fall for it because I still don't understand how
I
the
don't
math
get it either.
which is why Jordan and I have never held jobs as cashiers ever.
Well, I did at McDonald's, but
Jordan has definitely lost McDonald's money. I'm sorry, McDonald's, but Jordan has definitely not exchanged the right number of
It's
change
okay.
for
There's
something.
billions and billions served, so I
It's
think they're
just
okay.
and then I watched
Remember how
Nobody
they used to
2.
go up? They used to do like actual numbers, like 8 billion served.
8 billion
Now there's
today,
like
dude.
billions and billions.
And then like right beneath it, it's like 55% of Americans are obese. Keep going, America. Don't stop now. Anyway, and then I watched Nobody 2, which was kind of fun. There's literally like a whack-a-mole hammer being used to hit someone over the head, and I just thought that was really funny. Like just funny to write, like a whack-a-mole hammer and someone using it as an actual weapon. And I liked how he was like trying to spend time with his family, but work keeps getting at him. That's just like a
Yeah.
really funny premise where it's like he's like a retired assassin, but now he is an actual assassin and he's back at it. But he's like trying to enjoy time with his family, but he's having to kill all these people while trying to enjoy time with his family. It's just very, very funny.
And then
So,
the villain's like, "What do you want?" He's
what do you
like,
want? I,
"I want vacation with my family."
I just want time with my family. I thought that was really funny. So yeah, Nobody 2
Yeah.
was better than I was expecting. And then I went and
No.
saw Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and I
No
oscillate
spoil.
back and forth. Oh no, no spoilers, but I
We'll
oscillate back
review
and
the
forth.
We'll have to do that on the pod too.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
So yeah, but man, theaters, man, Obsession, Backrooms.
And then Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out next week as well.
I
Are
probably
you
will
gonna
end up
actually see
seeing
that?
that, even though I'm like, do I even care? Yeah.
Besides Cameron, I meant.
I'll be honest, like I haven't seen like a really bad Spider-Man movie since like The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think. And even that was like still fine. It wasn't good, but
I'm gonna need you to watch your language right there.
oh, do you care? Do you like those movies, Cameron?
Yeah, I'm an Amazing Spider-Man apologist. I think that they're
That's
like
okay.
the more like
I'm an
I think there's
apologist for
so many
Spider-Man
flaws with
3.
Misunderstood.
it.
Yeah.
I think there's so many flaws with it, but there's just nobody I think who embodies the character of Spider-Man better than Andrew Garfield.
Mm.
Toby Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. No, I'm actually with you,
Yeah,
Jordan.
a
I'm with you.
35
I love
35-year-old man literally looks like a
No, I'm with
freaking
you,
middle
Cameron. You know
Oh
schooler
what's so
boy.
funny?
or high
I used to
schooler.
defend Tobey Maguire.
Oh boy.
Now he kind of just hits this nostalgic itch, but like I'll be honest, Sam Raimi carries those movies and the other
Oh
villains do.
boy.
He's it's a good movie in spite of Peter Parker, which I'm literally gonna say. But
I
Spider-Man 2 is
still
still one of the greatest superhero movies of all
I
time.
still want to see Toby Maguire do a movie with S. Craig Zoller because S. Craig Zoller actually wanted him to be like a psycho cop, but he turned it down.
Oh, no way,
I
dude.
Can you
mean,
imagine him?
if you want him as a psycho cop, just watch
He probably
what's
watched
it
too many
called?
Bully
Just watch
Maguire.
Brothers.
Yeah, he probably
Just watch
watched too many.
Brothers. Brothers is like the most traumatizing movie
Yes,
ever.
Oh my gosh, no,
brother
no. I was
too.
just thinking what was so funny is like he probably watched like those internet memes of like Bully Maguire, like Spider-Man Bully, like from
Yes.
Spider-Man 3. And he's like, dude, I'll use this character as a bully.
Me and Mike, one of my coworker Leo, we referenced the Eddie Brock praying to God to kill Peter Parker at least like once a month. We're like, never has anyone ever prayed for something more outrageous than God, please kill Peter Parker. Like,
For
are
for
you
for the sin
kidding
of
me?
exposing me, for the sin of exposing me as a fraud.
Yeah,
Like that's
please
pretty wild.
kill him. It's just
Please.
like, in a church. It's like, what did you think that this is not the type of thing you do here,
Dude, no,
buddy?
but the bro goes out into the bell tower and hears Peter
Gets
Parker
venom.
screaming his head off, and he's like, Parker, I got my
I,
wish.
my prayer came true. Yeah.
Dude, and then he's leaving a review on Reddit. The wish actually came true. I prayed to God.
Yeah, to kill Peter Parker, and it almost worked. And
No,
also, oh, okay. See, that's the problem. Is there's like the like in order to make the perfect Spider-Man, there's just so many different elements from all of them. Like, give me Andrew Garfield, and then give me J. Jonah Jameson, and then the villains from the original trilogy, and then like all of the gear and suits from the and like the tech from Tom Holland's. Like, there's just so many good elements in each of them. That's why I think they're all solid. But dude, the amount of edits I just see of J.
You
Jonah
forgot to
Jameson.
mention Mary Jane. Cameron is your
You
also
serious?
favorite.
you serious?
You
Yeah,
serious? You serious?
yeah.
Serious?
Cameron, you forgot to mention from the original trilogy, Mary Jane is your
The
favorite.
best part about her is the fact that she's a bad failed actress in the movie. I'm like, oh, you have to act a lot and do a lot of, preparation for this role, or it was just come naturally. Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, I
Like,
love
no,
her.
also, I mean, like I've just watched so many videos talking about and griping just about Mary Jane in general, just because in the actual comics, she's a model and she's was like it came from an abusive household, and so she pretends to be like this like dumb idiot girl, but actually is like super thoughtful and kind of puts on the mask to be like, oh, I'm just this pretty hot girl. And so that's why she like relates a lot with Spider-Man. And instead in the movies, they're always like, let's make her something else, like an investigative journalist, or they're like, let's just use the initials MJ and just have Zendaya play the same role she plays in every single movie, which is the moody teenager.
Yeah,
She did
dude, she's
something.
always
How
just
did you
she's always
do that?
scowling. She's always scowling somewhere.
Like
She's just always like,
holy range. Like that's a my buddy sent us a photo that I thought was funny. That was kind of talking about that. He said the range is astounding, and it was just a picture of her in all of her different vests.
That's funny.
just scowling every single photo. She's just
Yeah.
doing the same thing. Yeah, I have Zendaya fatigue, I think is what they call it. Pedro Pascal
Yeah.
Well,
has
and I heard too that she got a perfect, like she got
From
a,
Nolan, yeah,
yeah,
on an
from
Odyssey.
Nolan.
Yeah, she was the only
Yeah.
person on the cast to get like Nolan always says like, oh yeah, okay, good on that take, but she was the
Yeah.
only person on the entire cast that got a perfect. Which I'm like, she doesn't even have that many scenes in the Odyssey, so I was like, oh,
She's
but
in the
yeah,
Odyssey.
don't worry. The movie's still good in spite of her. She didn't bring it down.
yeah. Which is ironic because I actually loved her character, but we can talk about that when we actually talk about the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
But so is it
But
my
Cameron
turn?
was a bigger fan
Oh,
of
I thought
Elliot
you already
Page,
went,
so
Cameron. You haven't even gone yet. You were talking
No,
Okay,
about
he
I'll,
said
Spider-Man the whole
he was
time.
talking about Spider-Man and went off the whole rant.
I did it for like 3 minutes, and then
Whatever.
okay. So since we haven't talked in forever, I'm sorry. I have a lot, but I'll go really, really
Cameron,
quick.
I need to go to sleep. I'm tired.
Okay, I know. I'll go super
Well, no, it'll
quick.
go
So
quick if Ty didn't comment on every single movie and then
I
it gets
know.
Cameron going.
okay,
It's
so
just so fun to hear. Yeah.
I've watched so many movies, and then also I've like watched multiple TV shows. I've been watching the X-Men '97. It's like an animated show that came out last year, and then like the new season's releasing. I initially tried to get into it with Colton a couple of years ago, and I wasn't a super big fan, but I retried it, and I've actually been pretty impressed. It's pretty fun. It's nothing like amazing or groundbreaking, but it's just kind of the perfect, like good enough that I just wish we got more kind of content like this, where it's like kind of a retro vibe on like comic, where it's like it's not the same level, it's like nicer quality on it, like episode to episode basis than Invincible, but like it's obviously not going to be as good as like the fight scenes, but it's things like that where I'm like, we just need more content like this in like Marvel and DC. And less like, oh, you want to watch these 12 episodes of She-Hulk live action? I'm like, but just give me it's like four, like, or give her 2 episodes inside like one of these like cartoons. I'm like, we don't need to see all of these things. I don't know. But anyways, it's pretty good. And then me and Allie finished the complete Sherlock show with Benedict Cumberbatch and Hobbit. And yeah, it's just so good. The first 2 seasons are
Martin
just
Freeman, I
magic.
think his name is. I like how you call
Yeah,
him the Hobbit.
Yeah.
like the 2 first seasons are like just magic. And I mean, seasons, it's 6 episodes, it's 3 episodes per season, but the first 6 episodes are just perfect. And then the last six are like, they have like ups and downs, but it's just hard to capture. My favorite part about it is just being able to see his like brain power and like see him break it
Yeah, it's
down,
so
just because I've always struggled when it's like, I deduced this. And it's like, ow. He's like, I did. And it's like, okay, yeah, like as a like objective like observer, I'm just like, this makes no sense. And obviously you have like the script, but that's why I like him breaking it down. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll break it down for you. And that I like. And then also been watching
Like
My
when Ace
Adventures with
Ventura
Superman.
breaks you down, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, the urine stain is
We'll handle the porpoise.
too busy for it to
Unless of
take.
course that was you were referring to. But I'm sure you already knew that. And then I've been watching DC also has My Adventures with Superman, and that's pretty good. It's hard because I enjoyed Supergirl, but I do just like there's just a lot of elements that kind of fell flat for me in the movie, and so it's fun watching My Adventure with Supergirl or Superman that has Supergirl in it, and I'm like almost liking how they handle her character there. And then also watching Smallville. So as you can tell, I'm just a nerd and just watching a lot of superhero stuff. What's new? Um, and then um, as far as movies, I'm just gonna breeze through them. But rewatched Bernie, still so good. That's
I don't know.
um
Been a
because Allie had
minute.
never seen it. Yeah, and
Gotta rewatch
I
that
just
one.
I just know Matthew McConaughey was just chomping at the bit to play this role because he just like since he's from like Texas and he's like a huge like like the Texas Longhorns fan and just like he's just so Texan that he just gets to play like the most Texan sheriff ever. And just some of the characters in that I just love like
But they're well,
and
they're
the
not
fact that
characters. They're legit. Like
that's what I'm
they
saying.
they
Yeah, like the fact
What
that a
was
lot of
the
them
what was the scene where what does she say? She's like it was like the funniest thing she says to the camera. She's like, "Oh, we didn't care." Like, what was it? Like, we didn't care that she died, or I
well,
can't
some of them were
remember.
even suggesting like how to hide the body. They're like they should have taken him out and dumped him out
yeah.
the helicopter in
I
the
think
Yeah.
ocean.
that's what it was. Like, it was literally like
Yeah.
so funny.
Well,
Like,
and
it
also it's
really
really
said,
funny. One of the guys is
"Why?"
describing the different parts of Texas, and he's like, and then there's West Texas, which is kind of like the forgotten part. But yeah, and so there's North Texas. It's just like it's just so funny.
Well,
And then
and I think another person said like we're just surprised he didn't do it earlier, like because the
yeah,
woman's so
100%. Yeah.
awful.
That
Yeah.
And
might
then
have
it's so
been
funny too that
something.
they had to like move the trial because he wouldn't have gotten a fair trial because he wouldn't have been convicted. And they're like, normally
Yeah.
it's because the jury would just hang him right there. And he's like, but in this case, if we did it in that town, they get 10 people to say that he was innocent. He's like, with a written confession. He's like, I had everything in my pocket and I was still nervous to get a verdict or a conviction. And then
Such a good
rewatched
movie.
uh Casino Royale. I hadn't seen it in a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little underwhelmed. I think it might be under Skyfall for me, just because I felt like it dragged a little too long, and there wasn't enough of Lashif. Holy mercy, I needed more of Lashif, and the fact that he just goes out just like with a whimper, I was like, like, and then it felt like it was like a Lord of the Rings ending where it like ended 4 different times, and then I'm like, oh, it's still going, and then it's like, no, it's a oh wait, it's still going. 'Cause he's like, he's gonna ride off in the sunset, and then he's gonna kill this person, and then he's gonna ride off in the sun, and then might kill one more
And
person,
then
and then
shoots
like
one more
hint
person
at the
with a
next
nail
one.
gun in the head. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly. I was
always
just like,
forget that
this
ending
just kept
scene.
ending.
Feels
Yeah.
like a different
Um,
movie.
but and then rewatched Chainsaw Man the movie. Yeah, it's just really
The
good.
Raising Arc.
Yeah. Um,
So good, dude.
just because Anna hadn't seen it. And so me, Jake, Josh, and watched it with Anna. Man, they had all seen it. Jake had seen it like 4 times, and
Dude,
Jake, of course,
Yeah.
was like really
Well, because he
disappointed
showed
that
me, yeah, when he
me and Anna wanted
visited.
to watch it in English, and he was like, "I mean, yeah, I guess we can." I was like,
You guys are so uncultured.
yeah. I
um,
Watch it
tried
in
to re
Japanese.
Cameron, I tried to watch season 3 of One Punch Man again. I couldn't do it. I tried, dude. I cannot get through it. It's so bad.
yeah.
Is the animation just that bad? It's
Oh,
like not
it's
even
Dude,
worth
awful.
it.
It's literally
they have the one I think one of the worst rated episodes in IMDb history. It's
and
like a
and
1.9 or something like that.
and they also said it can't, they call it Grant one frame man. It's like literally
Yeah,
that bad.
and
Because
Well, yeah,
people
I was
like
hearing all that when it came out, that it
people have
was just
already
like a
released like fan
slideshow.
edits of the entire season, like made by a fan that's better, and like that people like are like, yeah, this is way better than the actual show. Like it's just crazy.
so
Um,
trash.
and then rewatched 21 Jump Street because Allie's little brother was in town, and that was like he was like begging me because his mom won't let him watch rated R movies, and so he's like, "Can I watch it?" I was like, "It's my turn to be the bad influence," and so that I had a and Allie was like, "Yeah, Cam will edit out all the bad parts," and so I had like skimmed through it to like remember which. And surprisingly, there's not a ton of nudity, but I like it is just crazy watching it with a teenager. How many times I actually noticed the F word? I'm like, oh, this movie says the F word a lot. But yeah, it's literally just a masterpiece. It's like it's one of the greatest comedies of all time. And then rewatch Source Code for Allie's birthday. Just 'cause I knew that she would like that, and I was impressed. I forgot like it's a pretty fun
It holds
story,
up.
and
It's
it
really
also ends way more optimistic than I remember. I thought it ended like super depressing, and then I
Whoa,
was
whoa,
like,
whoa.
oh wait,
Well, it does for a certain individual whose soul went to heaven knows where. We don't know
yeah,
where
true,
that guy's soul went because
true,
just like
true.
Obsession, he's
Yeah.
trapped somewhere. When that man goes to bed at night, he's like, I'm not really me. Where is
Yeah. No, yeah.
I've never been here. He's
He's in the
gotta
sunken
free me.
Yeah.
place.
The
Yeah.
source code, dude.
Um, but then I also watched Dumb and Dumber when with Ty, and I don't know if Grant was there,
Oh, that's
but
right. I forgot. Yeah, we
it's
watched Dumb and
literally
Dumber, and
so stupid. But
Oh, I
dude,
was there, but I
it's
didn't watch it because it was in the
it's
morning.
truly one of those things that I'm like, nobody else could have acted in that movie besides Jim Carrey.
well, and
Like
let's give credit where credit's due. Jeff Daniels has never been in
Jeff Daniels
anything
does
that
do a
I've
really good
enjoyed.
job. Yeah,
Like I don't even like him much, but like he held his own and
yeah.
like and he was such a good counteracting
Just when I think you couldn't
there.
get any stupider, you go and totally redeem yourself.
So good, dude.
Wait,
Oh my
wait, wait, ladies. The sound is that way. It's really such idiots.
so
Um, and then yeah, and then I also watched Supergirl, which still trying to figure out how I feel about it. It's hard because like I think people are overreacting about it and saying it's like the worst movie ever and that like it's terrible and like it's the end of the
is James
DCU or
Gunn gonna
whatever.
save the DC universe or is it over?
Yeah, see, well, I'm excited for Clayface that's coming out. That's like a body horror. And because that kind of is reminding me, it's almost like the vibe of The Substance, but it's just because essentially Clayface's origin is he's an actor who he's starting to get old and then he keeps losing his roles to younger, better looking people. And then he has like an accident that kind of like makes it to where he can't play like the pretty roles anymore. So then he gets this injection to try to like be able to, and then the injection like fixes his face and he can like mold it to however he wants. But then he starts to turn into clay and like his eyes start to like droop into each other. And it's like, oh, and so
Mhm.
that's kind of how he like turns crazy. He's like, oh my gosh, like we want to be like who I used to be. But anyways, so Supergirl, the problem with it is the reason I think it's the worst possible thing for DC is just because it's just like, and some comparisons I've heard to it is like I don't think it's as bad as Captain Marvel, but like a lot of people are saying it's like if Marvel did Iron Man and then instead of following it up with Captain America and like Thor, they did Captain America and then or they did Iron Man and then Captain Marvel. And so it's just like they haven't established
Mhm.
people enough to love the universe where like people still went and saw Captain Marvel just because you're like, oh, I know I needed to see this so I know what's going on in Infinity War and in Endgame. So it's just like hard because James Gunn loves side characters so much and not like the main ones that he kind of keeps being like, let's greenlight all these side characters, which is like awesome because we're getting this new content, but it's like you still have to establish and get the larger audiences to care in order for like to build the universe. But anyways, I could rant about that forever. But
And I feel
so
bad
that's why,
too because like to me it's like I don't know what the allure is of other than like I think Cornsweet did great as Superman and the movie already had the same tone. Like it
yeah.
was irreverent
Well,
at
that's
times, but it's like so what is the draw? Like she's more
yeah,
irreverent and she's
yeah. Well,
goofy
and
and it's just like
that's the that's the hard part is like
yeah,
her
who is
character is
this movie
actually
for?
super compelling because
Yeah,
in like her origin is she grew up on Krypton for 12 years or 14 years and then left. So she feels like humans aren't my people. My people died,
yeah,
Clark. Like you don't understand. And so like I love that dynamic, but they also just
yeah,
like they didn't lean enough into that and they also just kind of made her a little bit unlikable. And it
yeah.
was kind of like I get it. She's trying to like we're trying to see a character growth, but at the same time, there just wasn't a lot of people to root for, and it sucked because the two best parts. Everyone was like, hate to say the two best parts of this movie was Lobo, which was played by what's his name, Jason Momoa, and then David Cornsweet. And it was like, but unfortunately they were, and so it's just like that's what sucks. And the villain was so forgettable, but so that's my biggest gripe about it was that it wasn't bad, it wasn't like good, it was just mid to me. It was just like it was all right, and I just have no strong feelings really towards it, which I think is really bad. And then
Yeah.
rewatched Hot Rod, and Allie was just like, "This truly is such a masterpiece." And I'm like, because she hadn't seen it since like high school, and I'm like, this movie's literally perfect. Like the lines in it. The fun being married to Simon. Ancestors
I need to go
protect
to my
me.
quiet place. That's
May
still
they
like my favorite
protect you,
delivery.
God of war. May your hammer be mighty.
Why am I
But yeah,
saying what
hilarious.
in what way?
What?
I will forget it. It's so
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Whiskey, the safety word didn't work at all.
Um, and then I rewatched and showed Allie the Nice Guys, even though Jordan's brain can't comprehend the amazingness that is that comedy masterpiece.
That movie is
It's
so funny.
so good.
Ryan Gosling is
Just
so funny, dude.
he's literally the perfect like bad dad. It's just like just when you tell them it's a spiral fracture.
Is that the one with Russell Crowe, or is that?
Yeah,
Yeah, Russell Crowe and him.
dude.
And
They
then
literally tried to hide a body and they throw it over onto someone's dinner table is the funniest gag of all time. Like I
I
don't think
forgot about
there will
that.
never be a funnier physical gag than that. It's
well, and
literally
You
how
guys
he found the
remember?
body too, him like falling down the hill and finds it, and he's like lighting a cigarette, and he's like,
is literally like remember What's Up Doc when he's walking down this there's a guy walking down the street and the Chinese dragon is like coming down after him.
yeah,
There's
he's like,
trash bins. The guy freaks out and jumps over a fence and just like
yeah,
lands on
Oh,
the
that stunt
table and
hurts
like
me
oh yeah,
breaks
every
it
that poor
down.
time.
stunt guy just yeah,
Okay, this takes that joke and dials it up to 11. They're
just a
literally
dead
holding this
body.
dead body and they're like, let's get rid of it so like no one knows at this party. And so they swing it over a fence and it lands on like a
Well,
fully
yeah, it's because
occupied
he's like,
table.
there was a girl. She saw me. I displaced my gun. She can place me at the crime of the scene. He's like, gotta get rid of this
Gotta
body.
get rid of the body. And they just throw it over a fence. And it just like flops down on the table. It is the funniest thing.
And
Like
it's
I
just like
don't
a
think there'll ever
fancy
be
dinner table.
yeah, I don't think there'll ever be a funnier physical gag than that. It literally
Yeah,
brings tears to my eyes. It is
so
so
dumb.
funny. Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and then I've rewatched Zombieland and Jordan kind of commented on it too, but it was just not as good as I remember.
Mm,
The first viewing is so good, and I still quote like double tap to this day. But yeah, it just wasn't as like amazing as I remember. But I also like watched it in high school for the first time, so that's probably also why I was like, oh, this is so funny and like clever to do like a zombie comedy. But
right.
it's like, oh yeah, it's just been done a lot. That it's like it feels less like unique. Um, and then I watched Failure to Launch. I really wanted to watch it. And it
Oh,
wasn't bad, but it's just hilarious to me that it's like this is the average like guy who lives in his parents' basement.
and
It's
he looks
Matthew
like Matthew
McConaughey,
McConaughey.
Bradley Cooper. I'm like, what? I'm like, what 35-year-old who lives in his parents' basement looks like Bradley Cooper? Um, it's just things like that just that were comical. I'm like, and then also the girls like wanting to go out with them is like just beautiful women. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. But it was, I mean, it was cheesy, it was fun. And I actually loved like Zoe Deschanel's relationship in that. Um, and then I watched The Fast and the Furious. Drew got really mad at me because I only gave it a 6 out of 10. And I was just like, it was super fun. It reminds me a lot of Point Break, where it's just like so over the top, like machismo that like it also I'm like it's just funny. I'm like, maybe it's just because like it's just like 2000s coolness that I'm like, it to me it gives more gay than like machismo. I'm like, they're like trying so hard to impress each other that I'm like, at what point are you trying to impress the guys more than you're trying to impress the girls? Like
Dude, I'm
same with
telling you,
like Point
it's like
Break.
watching Top Gun. The original Top Gun is just very
Yeah,
homoerotic. It's
yeah.
insane.
That's
My
funny.
yeah, it's still nothing will ever beat Keanu jumping out of an airplane with no parachute. I'm like,
Parachute.
what? Like what? And then he's just like, you gotta say, I'm gonna like take your parachute. And then the last three that I watched was Odyssey was really good. Watched it at 1:05 or 1:15 a.m. Got out of the
Surprised they
theater at
show him that
4:30.
late, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it was just like the weekend opening weekend, so that's why watched it in
Uh,
IMAX. Insane.
See, I
Um,
started
Dang.
mine started at 10, but I still didn't get home till like 2 a.m. Yeah. So I
yeah,
can't imagine what you yeah.
Dang. I know
yeah.
Cameron
And
texted at 5 in the morning. I was like,
yeah, I
crazy.
took my melatonin my melatonin at 5 like 15, and I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be good. So I woke up at like 1:30 in the afternoon. I was like, okay, much
That's
better.
it? Dude, I would have slept until 8 the next night.
Yeah. Um, but and then I watched Justice League Dark, which is just essentially like animated. It's like it's funny because it's like they go to the underworld and stuff like that, but it's just like it's just because it's animated and super cheesy, like it doesn't bother me at all. And it's just a lot of John Constantine, and that's what Drew commented on. He's like, "Have you seen the Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves?" And it's on my watch list, and do need to watch that. Just because I need to see terrible acting and terrible CG, like that just is going
Do
to
you
be the
watch
perfect match.
Exorcist movies though? I guess I don't know. I guess he plays
No,
demons.
but like that, yeah, that's the problem is like his movies are always so cheesy to me that it's just like, and the demons are just like gargoyle-ish and less like
Yeah.
actually like freaky. That it's like, eh. It's just like superhero what they think are
Just like the
demons.
wailing, you know?
Yeah. Nothing will beat when Jordan skipped that scene just for us to watch like a review explainer video, and then the what's it called?
Now.
Freeze
Like
frame.
the thumbnail was the picture of him, and he's like, "Oh well, now you saw it, so I guess we can go back and actually watch it." Um, and then the last one I watched was my buddy had started watching Studio Ghibli, and so he inspired me that I'm like I gotta like finally finish and rewatch and rewatch Spirited Away so I can kind of check it off. And it was much better on the second viewing. Just like the appreciation for the overall art, and it just made me think a lot more versus like like the first viewing I watched it in Japanese, and it was the first Studio Ghibli movie I'd seen, and I was just like, what in the fudge am I watching? And that's also a movie that you have to go into, like you need to tell somebody when they're going into it, being like, don't expect to understand anything. Like just afterwards, and you can kind of just talk about how you make you felt, and
Don't
then it's
try and
like, and then you
understand
can,
it. Just
you're
feel
just,
it.
Yeah, you're supposed
No,
to take the
yeah,
tenant
yeah.
approach, right? Yes, yes, yes.
but yeah, because like
Okay.
there's just so much going on that you're like, wait, what? But on the second viewing, I understood it much better, and I also thought there was like some cool messages, and I just thought like the naivety of and like the innocence of kids is just so beautiful. How like just naturally forgiving and like non-judgmental kids are. That it's just like you could literally try to kill a kid, and then it's like, oh, I'm sorry for doing that, and it's like it's okay. Like I sometimes get angry when I'm hungry too, and you're like, it's like an adult would hold that grudge for the rest of their life. But yeah, so the only like so I finished all Studio Ghibli, and I find like I re-ranked everything. Um and the only thing that I haven't technically seen that isn't Studio Ghibli but is directed by Hayao Miyazaki is it's like the castle. It's what is it called? It's like a really weird name. Um but it was like before he had created Studio Ghibli. It's called the Castle of Cat. It's like Lupin 3, the Castle of Cagliostro, and it was before Hayao had created Studio Ghibli, so it's not technically a Studio Ghibli film, but it's his directing and his art style, so it's pretty much similar. So I just want to watch that as well. But and then I'm going to see the new Spider-Man movie. It comes out next weekend, so I'm seeing it that following Tuesday. So pretty excited about that, just because I'm a big Spider-Man nerd. I'm not the biggest Tom Holland fan, and I would argue parts of his world like are the worst like of the three. That I would be like Andrew, Toby, him. But I do like that he looks, and maybe it's just because he's a smaller kid that he just looks the most like a
Baby
kid.
face.
Yeah, that he just kind of gives like younger vibe. But it is crazy to me, just like for I mean, especially for like holy what a year for Zendaya being in the Odyssey, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Dune. I'm like,
I know.
talking about
And like her own
money.
successful TV show too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and Euphoria. Yeah,
For you, yeah.
yeah. So,
Like
but
that's pretty crazy to be like all over.
yeah, but yeah, of course I'm going to be watching more um superhero mush, yum yum yum
You see
trash.
the new Doomsday? Aren't you so excited for
Dude,
it,
immediately
Cameron?
after, you know what was the best thing is
Oh, we have to bring back Chris Evans because it's
I
not
know
gonna
that.
do
Please
well.
save us. I've
No,
seen so many.
it's like we made a big
There's
deal about him leaving, and they're like, they
I
already
know.
brought him
And
back. It's
Iron
like,
Man, it's like, oh, we're gonna bring him back as
no,
someone else.
there's so many memes talking about it's like Thor when he realized he's got to work with the absolute C team, and it's like talking about it's like the worst team ever to go up against like the Avengers' worst threat, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And
It's like,
it's
who
like
do we
all these
have?
memes
Oh,
of like
we got
LeBron being
Polka
on these
Dot
really bad
Man.
teams. Yes, exactly. It's just
They
like this is who Thor's got to deal with.
that was one of my favorite reviews, and because I just watched um Scream 7, and in the reviews people were saying uh Ghostface will return. Like the end credits.
Ghostface
Yeah.
will return. That's amazing, dude.
Because
I
it's just
No,
love
like
yeah.
it never
Ghostface will
ends.
return.
It's just
They
like
should
Yeah.
totally
let
No.
put
this
that at the
die.
end of their movie, dude. That'd be
No,
so
but
funny.
but that's
Ghostface
but what
Killer will return is
Will
so
but
funny.
return.
what it's funny is
That's
immediately after watching the
amazing.
trailer, Grant, me and Allie, of course, immediately followed it up with the Avengers Endgame trailer, and we're like, it's
Mhm.
just crazy how much more you cared about every single character in that
Mm.
trailer of Endgame and
Yeah.
Infinity War versus like this. You're just like,
Well, it's like,
I don't
is
care.
Kang gonna be the
Okay,
main villain for?
no. So they like
It's just
sort of
gonna
like written
be.
him out.
They wrote him
Yeah,
out because Jonathan,
because
or
yeah,
what's his,
Jonathan Majors, he
yeah,
got
Jonathan
like
Majors.
accused of like sexual assault or abuse, domestic abuse,
What?
and then he ended up getting completely acquitted, and there was like no evidence. It was just like an allegation that just like derailed his career. It's
That
just things
Disney
like that.
doesn't
I'm
have
like,
any stones to forgive a man for being
yeah,
accused by a wrongful.
yeah. And so they essentially just wrote out his
That's
character. But yeah, so
crazy.
essentially, like Doctor Doom is apparently this is the rumors that I've heard is that um, it's going to be
Robert Downey
Doctor
Jr.
Doom trying to convince the Avengers to fight the X-Men, saying like you need to kill these people because they're bad, and then
Dude, and then at
eventually
the
the
end it's
Avengers are going
revealed that
to.
the X-Men has the same mother's name as the all the Avengers. Dude, that'd be so crazy, dude. They should
Say
totally
that
Yeah,
do
and
that. Why'd you say that name?
so it's just going to be one of those movies that it kind of reminds me of like Tom Holland's second Spider-Man when it's just like his name's Mysterio and then everyone's like he's a bad guy. And it's like well if there's any nerds in the audience, Sinestro is a part of Spider-Man's Sinister Six, which is his six most vicious villains. So it's like, yeah, I think
Okay,
us
see,
nerds pieced it
here's the problem
together.
I have about that. It's like I knew he was the villain, but I was surprised that how
How
he
they
was
went
the
about it,
villain.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I don't know. Maybe that wasn't enough for people, or people thought because in the trailer, I guess it was misleading because it looked like they were working
It's like,
together.
oh
But
yeah,
I'm
they're
like,
working together, yeah.
why is that a problem then? Because he's all about illusions. So the trailer
Mm,
fooled
yeah, that's
you.
true.
I'm like, bro, they just pulled a
I was like,
magic
he's
trick.
playing 40 chess.
Yeah, I'm literally also
Mysterio
like,
created the trailer to trick you.
you fell for the trick that like they did it in the trailer.
No,
I'm
that's
like,
valid.
kudos to them. Yeah, hats off to them. Like, I don't know. I don't know why
I mean,
everyone
I
has
can't
such
say
a big
anything
deal.
ill about my goat. Come on now.
Yeah, dude. I think he did
Jake can
great.
do no wrong.
And I love how it was all like that CGI, all these monsters. It's like, yeah, it's kind of garbage, but it's all an illusion. And he's thanks all the animators. And I think it's great. It's freaking great.
Every single time I see memes about Jake Gyllenhaal like punching Polka Dot Man in Prisoners, just makes me want to rewatch Prisoners.
I know, dude. I send that meme like all the time. There's so many
I
applicable
was in a
things.
rush.
Just-
In a rush?
Do you have, yeah. Do you have children? I don't. No.
All right, but yeah, but I'm looking forward to Spider-Man, and I'll let you guys know if it's even worth going to see it on a $5 Tuesday.
No, I'll
I'm
see
seeing
what the
Odyssey
reviews are and I'll
tomorrow.
probably see it, but I'll probably end up
Oh
watching
yeah, I'm excited to
Odyssey
hear what
tomorrow.
Jordan thinks about the Odyssey.
All my brothers-in-law get here next
Because
week.
the longer I've Jordan, the longer I've sat with it, the more I've liked it too.
Yeah, I go back and forth because yeah.
No
Anyway,
spoil.
we'll
We'll
talk.
talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it soon. Anyway, everybody, this has
Jordan,
been
spoiler: Thanos comes in the third act and then snaps away everybody.
no, actually, it's revealed that it's all a dream, and it's so crazy
Yeah,
at the end.
it's a
He
dream
spins a
within a
top.
dream.
He spins a top, and it just keeps spinning. It's so crazy. And then the
But
title comes.
I've seen so many alternate endings, Ty, and it's Michael Caine, and it's just the Batman scene at the end of The Dark Knight Rises where it's Michael Caine like nodding to Odysseus, or it's him nodding to Matt Damon, and then he's like, and because it's Anne Hathaway too, I was just
Oh,
like,
it's so
this is a
funny,
great use of
dude.
AI. And
Michael
it's like
Caine
here's the post credit scene if y'all didn't see it. It's just it's Michael Caine in like a white robe, and he's like,
Michael Caine in a toga is so funny. Okay,
yeah,
this has been Future Hit Movie Gems. Leave us an
Emil.
email at futuremovies@gmail.com. And I guess the true obsession was all of the Fortnite skins we bought along the way. And thank you all so much for attending. I had that joke in the pocket.
Stay woke, people.
Stay woke, people. And no more rape movies for you, Grant. And we're gonna end the
Yeah.
podcast with that. Everybody, that's been Obsession and Future Hit Movie Gem signing out. Peace. No, no, no,
All
don't
right.
do
Love you,
that.
Nuggets.
Let me do.